Alright, we are live and welcome back to another episode of The Valor Collective in the Dungeon of apologies if there's some more drone noise, white noise in the background. It is summer and it is hot, so we have fans. So there you go. We like to stay cool. Alright, but here we go.
Stay cool, stay flat.
Is the music loud enough, or should I turn it up a little bit?
I did not even notice it was playing.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
probably
use a
turn
little
up
more
a little
volume. Yeah.
We'll start there.
Can we turn it down, please?
Yes. We'll start there and then that ticking sounds so loud.
Yeah, who mixed that?
Yeah, I gotta find out who makes that. What kind of music you guys in for? What's in the mood?
I mean,
Jazz, baby.
yeah, right, Jazz.
God.
We finish the battle and Jazz starts playing.
Yeah, we got a
gosh.
somber mood background.
Girl from
Jazz.
Indiana only.
Jazz.
20 hours.
Somber
Background
jazz.
jazz.
Ballads
I
only.
stole your teacher.
Sir, can you please put
I'd
your
like to
dice
play
thing
with
in the
it.
middle here?
Hi.
Sir.
You want to share these?
Yes.
Okay, treat it well.
Treat me well.
It's true, the dice tray matters a lot as far as the roll is
It
concerned.
does. It does.
I've been working on
I feel
this
like
baby
mine's
for
starting to
years.
get Mine is starting to age.
Same, yeah. Like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Is that too dark?
It's pilling.
I kind of like it.
I think it's great for especially where we are.
We're still
wait.
in like a super spooky
Yeah.
mansion.
Wait, I know just the one.
Soup, please.
Soup, please. Super chat.
Ooh.
Shit, I forgot to practice my accent.
Did you practice your rolls?
No, I'm raw dogging it.
40, 30,
Nani?
Pass me the seasoned pretzels.
Pretzels.
I wanna
There's
pretz.
hummus in the ice bucket.
thank
Oh,
you.
that's awesome.
Perfect.
Chips. Pretz.
Thank you. Chips, dip, pretz. Well, we're all out of pretz.
Alright, so let's go back to the Shadow Dust Cold here. And I will
Oh.
grab you guys here.
Sure, there's curd.
Oh no, you guys are still in the Mythal room, right?
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you guys are. Like over.
Oh, I go.
Utensil or get him.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So, previously on the Valor Collective, the battle reached its climax as you all.
Can we turn it down, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the volume is better on this video. So, the battle reached its climax as you all faced down Odysseus and his fearsome Dracolich. Crimson, newly bound to the artifact Frey, struck the final blow. Wings of a dragon unfurling as he brought Odysseus crashing down, unconscious, but alive. You acted swiftly. Odysseus was restrained, and before restoring him, Terran used Greater Restoration to sever his bond with the Book of Vile Darkness, as its very form started to disintegrate and crack the stone beneath the floor it rested on. When Odysseus awoke, he was disoriented, shouting from the last memories he held. But from the haze, truths emerged. Pallister's true name. Eupythes, the existence of these crystal spheres. Places called Ithaca space, from which Odysseus, Penelope, Charis, who's Calypso, were from. And it was Hallister who brought them here, setting everything into motion. And as Odysseus reconciled with Telemachus, or should I say, how do you pronounce it? Telemachus. Yes. Telemachus and Terran, your party began a much-needed rest, heavy with revelations and the looming question of what to do next. And you see, and you all look to Terran as Terran begins conjuring the mansion, and unfortunately, the magical reserves not able to muster up the strength or the spell energy necessary to cast the spell as you all try to make your accommodations here in the Mythal Room to get some rest and recover your energy. The Book of Vital Darkness continues to rest in the portable hole, and you all decide what to do next. So Taryn, is there any sort of way that you would like to decorate your sort of surroundings to accommodate your allies as you normally would without the magic?
I haven't asked that before. Well, team. Do we wish to rest here? Or go back anywhere else?
Done. Are there shadow dusks that will still attack us here? Or are we safe?
It's possible. Most of the Shadow Dusks are not good people.
Would they come down here?
Did you not slay all of them?
I don't know. You fucking know how many there are.
My memory is hazy at best.
That's fair.
The last thing I really remember is just being tortured by this Xanathar creature and Eupiphes. But I'm wondering if there's something that can help re-jog my memory. Maybe there's something I can see or do to remember something while I was controlled. Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
Do you think like there might be anything that I guess we can call him my alter ego, maybe had that could... I'm not touching the book again.
do you want to see it? Would that help you?
And he starts to kind of like look a little queasy. He's like,
No, it's fine.
I like the mention of the book. He's like,
It's fine.
no.
Alright. How about this? Those stone doors out there. They opened in, yeah?
Yeah.
They opened in. We'll put the rod so the doors can't open. The rest here.
Alright. Perhaps a secondary means of blockage as well. I mean, you saw how powerful those mages were.
I would agree. Although I don't know that Odysseus would have come down here without all the powerful mages.
It's very possible that we eliminated all the mages that were most loyal to him. I can throw up a force field barrier behind the doors to give us at least an hour's reprieve. So we can try and rest as long as we can and see if we can get a full night's rest keeping watch.
Do we have some sort of alarm?
It's hard for me to know what spells I had left because it reset when I leveled up.
You don't know the alarm spell, I don't think.
I was just gonna look through my stuff. I don't think I have any.
Well, let me at least put this out there and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna walk out the little tunnel and put the immovable rod where the doors, so that they can't even crack. I'm just gonna put it right up against them.
And he goes, and Odysseus kind of looks at that and he's like, that stick is going to hold the doors?
Try.
He's like, how do you even remove this thing then?
Only we can.
Deception check.
14.
Okay. He just goes, seems I still have a lot to learn about this realm.
Well,
And so you're barricading the door?
yeah, I'm just barricading the door.
The rod.
With the rod.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Not cast mending on Jade.
Nice.
Nice.
So about a minute passes and
Why, Jade? Go stand outside like a groupie, and then if anybody seems, sturdy, then come and tell us. I'll let it down right down.
And Jade looks back and just goes,
That's enough. That's enough.
it slithers off.
So that I know, the rod is just a button, right? There is no word.
Correct. Yeah, it's just
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so if we're going to stand here for the night, everyone stand back a little bit. Cast Force Cage behind the door.
Yeah.
To block off.
And you don't see anything.
And that gives us an hour?
1 hour, yeah.
Okay.
So we would at least get...
At least a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I believe... I'm not in the same emotional headspace that I was, but I believe that last time I pretty much sorted everything out with Odysseus. I think I'm good. Do you have any questions for Dad? What? I think we should give them some alone time. I grab Crimson and Mordai like this, and I kind of like guide them away so that Odysseus and Taryn can have a moment together, because she really didn't get to chat with them last time.
Oh, wait.
Well,
what should we do about her? And I point to Yue, who's like unconscious on the ground.
She's stable, right?
She's stable, yeah.
Yeah. But if we revive her, is she still gonna be all evil?
Maybe we let her rest through the night.
Right, we should probably tie her up though, yeah?
She won't be able to wake up without me knowing.
Is that one of your beholder abilities?
No, it's my ability that I can't be surprised. So if she were to come make noise, I would be awoken.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you always know everything that's going on. It just means that, like, because, like, if she woke up and tried to bail, you wouldn't know.
That's fair.
I think it might be a good idea to tie her up.
Alright. Gently. But I don't want her to wake up and then see that she's tied up and then think that we kidnapped her. Maybe we just wake her up now.
But she's evil now.
She might not be if he's not.
But she was in greater restoration.
Dad,
Huh.
you wake her up.
She kind of starts to come to a little bit as she gains 1 hit point, and she's like kind of like someone just woke up like in the middle of like a really bad sleep cycle. But you see Odysseus kind of has like a pretty firm grip on her, and she's like, "Boudica, you all right?" And she comes to and she's like, "Da, oh, what's going on?"
You're safe. I'm gonna walk over.
Where am I?
I know you hate me. You're safe.
You. What?
If you know him, you should know me.
Yeah, I fucking know you.
Dad, can you fix this? Please. She's been like this since we met.
Dad, what's going on? It's a long story. And then like it kind of like like you see like the whole like the cutscene kind of like fades to black a little bit as like he
tells her the whole story.
He kind of explains everything that happened that's happened. He just goes, and then Yue's like, that's why everything seems so hazy then. He's like, I think that I may have this Xanathar may have, this Halaster may have had some sort of influence on all of us, and it had connecting threads. And I think those threads are frayed currently. So I think we're okay.
I'm gonna give her a hug. She
And
might
she's-
not want it, but
Yeah, she just... You're okay with this one? And he's like, there's still a lot to talk about. I think that the best thing we can do right now is to get a good night's rest, clear our heads, and then we can tackle whatever emotions we may be feeling once we all look a little bit like shit. No offense. Me included.
None taken. Boudica.
You can stay with me, and he kind of looks to everybody. He's like, and if any of you don't trust me, or feel like there may be something wrong with me still, please keep watch on me. Make sure I don't do anything stupid. The last thing I want to happen is for some remnant control. I don't know. Maybe everything was the book, and Crimson has a good point. If there was some lingering evil, who's to say it would come back and take control again? I think the best thing we can do is to sleep with one eye open, at least on me. If not, Boudica.
We should definitely take shifts keeping watch tonight.
Alright.
A good head on your shoulders. Good laugh.
Smarts.
You can interpret that as how you wish.
Did you want to talk to him?
It's not pressing.
Alright.
We're all very tired, including him. We've got time.
Alright.
And so, as everybody's kind of like getting like ready for rest, including Odysseus kind of stays up for like the first hour, and he's just kind of filling everything Boudica. Boudica's having like emotional reactions to everything. He's like calmly explaining like the whole thing. Like we got kidnapped. It like it was a poor like all the stuff that happened. Like the backstory was very much like due to circumstance and everything. He was just doing what he thought was best for you at the time. Like. Yes, he did abandon you, but he just didn't feel like blah blah blah, like all that, all that sort of stuff. Just will kind of gloss over a little bit.
Yeah, please.
And Boudica is able to kind of, by the end of that hour, is kind of able to. She doesn't necessarily forgive you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or anything, but she seems like she is as okay with the situation as someone could be from having someone that they respect tell them something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem hostile.
Great.
Throughout the evening, I'd like to resummon Assy if possible.
Oh yeah. And
I'm just gonna light a joint and try to rest.
Yeah.
I'll take
We'll say you can take first watch, kind of like one eye open
With Assy.
With Assy, yeah.
I'll take second watch.
I'll keep Assy up the whole night.
Great. Yeah. Hey, what's that red thing? Oh, nothing. Yeah, and he Odysseus is so like for the first hour of your 2-hour watch, Odysseus is kind of just talking with speaking with Boudica, and she'll kind of like make like almost like aggressive glances towards like the sleeping Telemachus, not really paying attention towards the other. As what I said is, it doesn't take a high passive perception to kind of understand what that's doing. Yeah, what's up?
I just want to say that I'm gonna sleep in the doorway.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
That way I have the best chance of something alerting me if someone tries to leave.
Great. So is there anything that you would like to do on your rest? As like, I guess the second hour you'd see Odysseus and Yue kind of start to nod off. And Odysseus kind of like, we'll say like Odysseus rests like right over here. And Boudica will kind of have like leaning in like on the shoulder.
Mora would just kind of casually look in the direction of like where the hole is and where the vile darkness was.
Yeah.
And just kind of, go ahead.
Yeah, that's on, so that's on Telly's person. It's like a little,
It's in my satchel.
It's like a folding napkin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're kind of like you're watching and you're paying attention to that, it's interesting. As you're paying attention to it, you start to see out of Telemachus' sack. You start to see. You almost kind of. You kind of like rub your eyes, and you start to see. Almost like, have you ever like held a piece of paper and put a lighter right in the middle, and like the beginning of the paper starts.
Yeah.
You start to see that happen to Telly's satchel.
Oh no.
What do you do? Do you react to it, or do you just keep watching?
Does it look like her satchel is like catching fire?
No. It just looks like it's slowly disintegrating from the bottom of the bag.
Like it's just the whole disintegrating?
Yeah.
I'll move over to Telemachus and I'll wake him up and be like, Telemachus, something's wrong. Your bag.
Fuck! I'm gonna toss out the bag.
And as you toss out everything, you see the little, small, black, little foldable, almost like restaurant-looking, like tri-folded napkin, and you see a hole torn and disintegrated in the middle, and it just keeps on. It's a slow and insidious burn as it starts to get larger.
Wake the fuck up!
And larger.
I'm gonna dump it out.
So you open up, and the Book of Vile Darkness just flips on its.
Open up the napkin?
It's burning a hole through the bag. So I woke you guys up by yelling, and then I dumped it out in front of us. So if we need to fight something, we're all awake.
And you see an Odysseus and Yue kind of go. And that would be loud enough to wake anybody up. And you see the book just and just settle on the ground. And you kind of look at your bag, and the disintegration stops. There's just a little teeny tiny hole, maybe like the size of a golf ball in it. And you see it's almost like a tear, and like you kind of put your eye into it, and you see like it's almost like putting like a peephole into like another plane of existence, or into like an alternate reality. As you see this open white and like lavender space that is just an extra planar space of holding.
It tore a fucking hole in a different plane of existence. Is the floor under it?
I'm sorry?
Is the floor under it corrupting again like it did?
Make a investigation check.
26.
26.
It was like 3 on the die.
I should just use your passive for this. You don't see it kind of corrupting everything around it. But as you like intensely look, you can almost see like molecule by molecule, like grain by grain, that it's slowly starting to degrade the material around it.
Holy
Ever so
shit.
slowly. It's not a fast process.
Right, because I've had it in my
Right.
bag for like 2 hours
It's
now.
not yes, correct. It's not a fast process, but it is a slow burn.
What the fuck is that?
I was hoping we'd be able to wait until morning to discuss this, but apparently we need to do something about this book tonight. It's clearly burning a hole through whatever needs to be kept safe. Something needs to be done about it. I have some understanding of this book, and I would be willing to take a closer look to see if I can understand this object a little bit more and if there's a way to keep it safe.
You have an understanding of this book?
My lord has tasked me with finding it.
How much do you know about it?
Well, it's a book. It's vile. Full of darkness.
Because I saw what it did to him.
Darkness, evil, darkness, and evil darkness.
There is a possibility it can corrupt, clearly, which obviously I would only attempt investigating this book further with the aid of all of you present.
Wait, investigating it like you're gonna read it?
Well, there's knowledge in there. We have to understand what it is.
Well, what's gonna stop you from tuning into what he was?
Well, in short, I have the assurances and the power behind me in the name of Asmodeus, the Lord of the Hells.
You have assurances from a devil that what?
That this book is the key to defeating Hallister. And if we want to defeat him, we need to understand what is in its pages. Furthermore, it needs to be kept safe, it needs to be kept away from Madgoth, and I seem to be the one who is most qualified to be able to handle whatever would potentially be in that book.
I agree that we don't want to get into Madgoth, but don't we need to give it to Madgoth to get that stupid gem?
Also, there's an old woman who we need to save.
Fuck her!
A
We-
hideously disfigured woman.
We do not want to give this book to Madgoth.
I agree,
No.
but we can't get to the level without either giving it to Madgoth or killing Madgoth.
One step at a time. We have to do something about this book right now. It's going to burn a hole through whoever tries to keep it safe. We need to understand what this is and what it can do.
I mean, you could just ask Asmodeus right now, right? I'm sure he knows how to safely trans.
We just need to be smart because Asmodeus is a devil. He's got an ulterior motive. In Elvish, I'm gonna say we don't know if he's using Mordai for this book, and he's gonna kill us all the second he gets his hands on it. So go ahead.
I agree that this is, a dangerous prospect, but my lord has told me that there is within this book a ritual that is the key to making Hallister mortal in a sense, that he can be destroyed. He has an unimaginable number of copies of himself in different planes of existence. He's been alive for centuries. How do you kill someone who, the moment you strike one person down, he inhabits another one of his infinite clones? We have to dig his soul out, go to the source of who he is as a person, and destroy that. And the only way that we can do that is through the knowledge of a ritual within this book.
Do you swear to me, right now, on the lives of all of us, that you want this book to help us take down Hallister and not to turn on us because Asmodeus wants you to?
I have made arrangements that none of you are to be harmed.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I roll as well?
Yeah, you can make deception or persuasion.
I believe insight is a 9, so 19.
I have a 27.
Yeah.
With that result, what does?
I would say that I feel you want me to think that you're being honest. I would think that he's being honest. Pretty confidently, and 19's good,
Mm-hmm.
What if we have everything? What if you read this book, even though I don't think that that's a good idea, but if you really want to, then I support it. But what if then, if you're not evil, you can just rip out a couple pages, rendering it kind of useless. And then we can just give it to Magog, who cares, right?
My fear is, what if you do read it? I almost called you Michael. What if you do? What if you do read it, Morai, and something does happen? You turn into what Odysseus was, and it's controlling you, and you turn against us. We are tired. I don't have another greater restoration spell to aid you. What is something we can do tonight until we have the resources to do any sort of damage control that might come to this?
Well, Morty's going to look at the ground underneath it. Does it look still normal?
Yeah.
Slow burn.
For now.
All right. Well, I guess we can. If you would rather wait until morning, we just try and keep an eye on it throughout the night.
I don't understand. Is it burning a hole in our plane?
There appears to be. Well, can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Asking the
Nice.
DM if they. I'm just kidding.
24.
24. So what are you trying to deduce with your Arcana?
The nature of the aura of the book that is causing things to disintegrate or break or damage around the book, and to understand that property.
Oh, so it is just like a. If I can find the exact page
It's
here.
so evil.
Next question. That's funny. So it says. Nature can't abide by the book's presence. Ordinary plants wither in its presence. Common animals are unwilling to approach it, and the book gradually destroys whatever it touches. Even stone cracks and turns to powder if the book rests long enough on it. So essentially, if it's resting on any sort of surface that is considered an object, it will deteriorate that surface.
So the other plane is an object?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Well, in the terms of that, well, like if you went to the 9 hells, it would just burn a hole in 9 hells.
Oh, okay.
But because that is an object, it would be the same thing for a bag of holding. It's an it's a fixed interdimensional space.
So it's burning
that
a hole
is
on the
tied.
floor.
Yeah.
to like if you
That
casted
is my
the
napkin.
demi-plane
Yeah,
spell, the
okay.
demi-plane spell doesn't have physical
Okay.
walls that
Okay.
it's being contained against.
Oh,
But
okay.
the bag
pocket
of
square.
holding or the portable hole does.
Okay.
So that's why it was able to burn through that. Slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It would burn through like a normal bag or like a normal cloth
Yeah.
sooner, but because it is a dimension, it had to burn through like the dimensional layers until it
Okay.
got to the edge of the reality. The other reality. Yeah.
Well.
So yeah. It just kind of like almost just kind of like rots. Like its presence is so like rotting, it just kind of breaks it down anything it comes into contact with enough time.
I hate to say this, but we're not gonna get 8 hours. If it's gonna keep burning through, we don't know where it's gonna go.
And Odysseus just goes, can we like, does anyone have like a really long stick?
I used to.
And he's like, can we just like kick it? Like after an hour or something?
I like this guy.
Don't touch it with your actual foot.
On everybody's wrist. Poke it with this normal stick. I don't know.
I've got a rapier.
There you go.
I mean, at the detriment of it possibly ruining your rapier. 'Cause
She doesn't use
I
it.
haven't used it in years.
Not your nice rapier.
I've had it since before I've known you.
Get your plastic rapier.
My pea rapier.
Yeah,
School
exactly.
rapier. Like my pea bone. My pea
Exactly.
pea rapier.
All right.
It would break whatever it touches. Does that include like other artifacts?
Well, my
If-
artifact could probably do it. I mean,
not with that Arcana check. You know that another artifact wouldn't. Artifacts are special. They get special.
Great. Use your artifact to move it.
Yeah, we just kind of hockey it around.
There you go. Except for me, I can't fucking touch it. I don't have a fucking artifact, man.
I don't really have enough I can push it away with.
I mean, I have
The
my
liar.
I have my stick. I also Assy.
As he just goes, zip, I will lay down my life for you.
Has he?
All right. When it looks like the floor is getting a little, dangerous, just move.
Party
it a bit.
gets to level 20 and you're just chopped liver.
Assy, you have been integral this entire time.
Ah, I know.
I wouldn't have been able to do some of the things I've done without
Ah, you're so right.
Ah, how would we sneak
Anyways,
around?
as he yeah, so as he goes and he's like
Did he turn evil?
Yeah, does anything else happen?
Did he turn evil?
and he goes
I'm genuinely
and he goes
curious too. He's being a little dweeb.
Are you kidding?
I'm scared, boss.
I'll take another step forward. Just...
I am now vile assy.
Yes, you're very intimidating. Well, move the book again if it, the same thing happens.
I mean, at the risk of becoming vile, dark assy.
Dark evil ass.
Oh, that's if I touch the third time.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. Well,
Also, can't you summon Nicole? He'll keep watch.
Nicole's unconscious.
Ah, alright, never mind. Alright. I'm
Actually,
gonna
I think he
I'm gonna pick up my bag. Let's go to fucking sleep. Actually, it's me 10, I think.
You guys are gonna wake up in the middle of the night, Assy's just gonna be reading the fucking book.
Oh my god. Alright. It's my time to
He
keep
would
watch.
never go against your wishes.
just do not read the book.
Yes. Yes, my lord.
Well, time for bed.
Alright.
He was totally planning on it.
It's my watch now.
He's like...
Thought you were. I literally thought you were.
Yeah. No. The. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, it's my watch now. Sorry to wake you up.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And in your sleep, everybody just, you hear about once every hour. Like, so he'll look at it, and like about every hour, like one stone just kind of goes, and then he'll go. Another hour goes by.
And I kick it, sir.
That's how I picture it.
Oh yeah. You do see his hands will like very briefly kind of almost like recede away a little bit, and then as he kind of like puts his hands up, they'll like restore a little bit just for like a little bit of flavor there. But yeah. So your first watch, nothing happens with the 2 hours.
Okay.
Second watch was Telly, right? Yeah, and then nothing happens there. Crimson, your third watch, right? Go ahead and make me a what kind of check? How sleepy is Crimson?
Yeah, he's pretty sleepy.
You know, I'll say Constitution. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw. 17. That's pretty good. Make me.
Take them away.
I'm gonna give you a choice. Okay. So as you kind of like, we'll say like we'll flavor the way you're sleeping is kind of like this. You're kind of like keeping one eye open a little bit. You're kind of nodding a little bit sometimes, but the 17 keeps you awake. And then you start to see Odysseus wake up, and he kind of like he's like not getting like very good rest, and you see him kind of tinkering with something at his side, and he's like. What's your passive perception? Well, you can use your passive perception, or you can make a perception check. What's your passive perception? 18. Yeah, that's good. He seems to be fiddling with like an obsidian dagger, and then he just kind of looks at it. And he's like, and he puts it away, and then he's kind of like rifling around his pocket, and he pulls out like a little feather quill. And he takes out some parchment and just begins to kind of like on the ground. He begins to just write. But he doesn't seem to have noticed that you're like really paying terribly much attention. He just kind of woke up. He's been awake for like 10 minutes, and he starts to kind of just.
But Crimson's watching him like a little hawk.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, no, not yet. He's right, and he seems that he keeps on having these like small pauses of just big sighs.
I'll cough.
Hi, Crimson. I'm great. Yeah. Just got a lot on my mind at the moment. Sometimes it just helps to write things out.
Like a diary?
Sort of
like
like
a little boy story?
Sort of.
Are you gonna cry?
You cry? Like a little baby?
Sort of like that, no? Well, I guess you could say it's kind of like that. Just feel like there's a calling for me. feel like there's a piece of me that's still missing. It's kind of eating at me. I feel like I have to go out and find it.
Do you know where? I inch closer to him.
Not sure. But said I was here for a long time, right? So something tells me that maybe there's something here that I can go and find and just, I want to be of help to you all, but right now I don't feel like I can be of any help. I know earlier we talked about me being there and fighting the fight, but I think right now hearing all of your allies talk about what can give the most strength right now, it's not strength, it's not brawn, but it's knowledge. And I feel like there's a lot of knowledge that I'm just missing. Drawing blanks. It's like when you go and try to think about something, and he kind of looks at his skin. He's like, I'm older. I have wrinkles I don't remember forming. Creases, but they didn't used to be. And I just, his hand kind of starts to shake a little bit. Even if they're bad, I want to remember. Because if there's something I can remember that can benefit you all. And I feel like that's the best I can help right now. You know?
Listen. But don't let yourself think that being strong is not useful here.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to think I was strong. I did. But, there's always someone else out there who's just a little bit stronger. But in my experience, it generally pays off a little bit more to be a little smarter. And I'd like to regain that knowledge if there's a part of it is away. I've gotten myself out of many things. Not because I was stronger, not because I was more powerful. Because I was a step ahead. And I don't feel a step ahead right now. I feel a couple steps behind. Kind of looks at his hand again. I just don't think that's a good place to be.
But your best bet at finding something might be to stay with us.
Might be.
If you're determined to go do your own thing, I won't stop you. They might, and I point my head to both of them.
Yeah, where's Terrence sleeping?
Probably pretty close.
But I know, I've seen it firsthand. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Get some rest, overseas.
Yeah. I think that's for the best.
As I stand up, I try to glance at his note really quick.
That's a perception check.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's not a passive perception.
I hope you get it. I want to know.
25.
Yeah. Ooh. 25.
Can you read it?
Is he? Yes, he is. He? Is he
I'm
coloring
like,
at all?
I know some of
That's
these
right.
words.
Oh, you can't read.
That's writing.
Dude.
Those are letters.
Do you guys comprehend language? I'm just kidding.
Oh, he stands up, has his
Ruin my long rest for it.
Yeah, so what you see is, you see, it seems to be, it's a pretty long letter. It doesn't seem to be like a journal. And it's addressed to Telemachus. It almost seems like as you see that, he kind of like, he's a pretty cunning guy. And he kind of sees your wandering eyes, and he just, sorry, it's a little embarrassing.
I hope he doesn't leave me.
He'd be just like me.
The apple doesn't always fall very far from the tree, eh? No, I go to bed.
You just kind of,
Get some rest.
Is he still awake when I do my watch?
he tries to get to sleep, but he doesn't fall. Yeah, he kind of rests his head back and tries his best, but he's got a lot on his mind right now. And then at the end of those 2 hours, your shift is up, and you go and wake Taryn, and you still see him awake. And then you see Crimson kind of like curl up when his like tail goes.
Oh. It's so cute.
And it kind of like nudges Alexei awake, and Alexei just goes. Pats you on the head. Tail just wags a little bit. And you see Odysseus is kind of just awake. And he goes, "You'll watch, huh?"
When he's laying down, are his eyes open or closed?
Open.
It's crazy how we got here, but I looked forward to this day for a long time.
Sorry, I couldn't be there for you.
It's okay. You don't have to give me any answers. If you want to just try and rest.
I would understand if you didn't forgive me.
Odysseus, Dad. And she takes a second because she's never called anybody Dad before.
Aww.
If I can call you that.
Only if you think I'm worthy of that name.
Oh my, it might take some getting used to. But the fact that you're here to even listen to me say this is more than I imagined. My whole reason for joining this motley crew was to find answers about my father. I didn't expect him to be alive. I didn't really know what to expect. But I never knew him. And I was told to search here for answers. And boy, am I getting it.
It's good to have knowledge.
It is. But I didn't expect to meet him. Although it's nothing like I expected. I'm pleasantly surprised. I know I've got a lot of time to make up.
Yeah, we do. I look forward to the day where we can spend more time together.
You can tell that Taryn's apprehensive, but trying to be open, just a little guarded.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Calypso was a very strong woman. She was captivating, beautiful, almost a little bit more forward than I was. Taking the kind of almost having more control than I would over certain things. She just had a way with her words. Always did. Met her on my travels across the sea, and Penelope was still the one I loved most. But I did care a great deal for your mother. And when I did leave, she understood. And it wasn't... There's no bad blood between the two of us. Just I want you to know that.
Did you know about me?
I always knew there was a chance. I suppose that's why I feel the shame I do.
I turned out pretty badass regardless, so.
Oh.
You did. You did. I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for Calypso getting roped into all of this. She doesn't deserve that. It's between me and you, my piece, and just... I'm sorry. You should be in Ithaca, living a normal life right now. I'm sorry that was taken from you.
To me, ignorance is bliss. I have no regrets for how I was raised. I wish I had more time with mom. I hope we can save it.
I do too. Well, I think I'm gonna see if I can get some shut eye.
Sure.
I'd like to see if there's anything here, and once we feel up to full strength, to see if there's any missing pieces we can find in this. You said we're in a mansion of some sort?
I think so.
Manor or something like that?
Shadow Dusk Manor. Do you remember anything about... Sorry, you need rest, I'm sorry. Do you know anything about the magic that is causing damage all throughout? It's like damage that messes with your head all throughout this manor.
What do you mean?
Telemachus, when we first entered the manor, scoped out the place, and there was just aura of
A miasma.
miasma. That's
Is it like a how cool you are thing? Sorry.
just like this essence that attacked the vitality inside your mind.
I don't really have any memory of this place,
I see.
but I'm hoping to.
I want to tell you about a very special person in my life. His name's Spike. He's not at this level right now. He's not in the manor because I don't think he could last the damage. But he's my special companion. He keeps me safe.
He kind of smiles like very faintly at that and goes, I'm glad you have people that keep you safe. Is he are you too?
No. No. She laughs. She laughs because it's a very genuine thing for him to ask. I miss him though. I miss him that he's not here. He's essentially the closest thing that I've had to a child.
So you do have feelings for him?
To a child.
Oh.
Telling himself and falls back asleep.
Yeah, your alert feed just goes, to a child!
The closest thing I have to a
So-
child. So
He's
you have
a
feelings
shield
for him.
guardian.
So you're a mother. Oh, like father, like daughter.
I don't know what you're referring to.
He has a thing for elves.
Regardless, he's not able to be with us right now, but I hope that
I'm so sorry.
he can be with me soon.
Oh, is he just in a different location?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the thing, yeah.
the thing.
I brought your thing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
It's for us.
Yeah, I know.
Amazon.
I thought it was a thing for the session. I was like, that was so well timed.
Dang.
No, he's just my shield guardian companion. We have a bond.
So
Not like
he drops. He kind of laughs. He just goes, I'm just trying to be a dad about it, I suppose.
Yeah, he's making up for lost time.
Yes, You'll meet him soon.
Look forward to it.
Kiss
Kind
him.
of. He kind of lifts Boudica's head back and kind of lays back down and puts her head on his shoulder, and she kind of like. And she just goes, I'll try to get some shut-eye then.
Sure.
Here's to morning then. And you guys can officially take your long rest.
Nice. Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you. And you guys are now officially level 20.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
The power.
You guys are the 1%. You guys are the 1%.
Did it.
If anyone ever tells you online or in person that like, oh yeah, D&D only ever goes to like levels like 9 or 10, you can be like,
Not
First of all,
true.
Wrong.
First of all, no.
what is the point of playing a game that goes from 1 to 20 and you do not play it from 1 to 20?
Talk about.
Beep beep.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are all welcome to the. And you guys see like 8 little small piles of dust in the stone plate.
My hands!
Yeah. And then he kind of moves it one last time. He goes, oh, you guys are all awake. Well now, bear witness to the evil, vile,
I poop him out.
evil, vile,
Good morning. How do we sleep?
Fine. Is Odysseus still with us?
I'm sorry?
Is Odysseus still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and they both kind of wake up. And Boo just kind of like gives you like a little bit of a scowl. And Odysseus just says, be nice to your brother. Alright?
From across the thing, I'm gonna do what I used to do to her when she was a baby. I'm gonna be like, and you guys have never seen Telly play like that before.
Wow.
And Boo just, Boudica just goes,
Yeah, that's a middle-aged man.
Yeah, scars. Just
yeah, like does not remember that part of her
Yeah,
childhood, like at all. You know how like you only remember back to like,
yes.
4 or 5?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she just like,
Fucking weirdo.
I don't know.
I would imagine that Odysseus laughs because he knows. Oh, so funny, son.
and it's like, you're gonna have to get along, okay? It's not necessarily right what he did, but you can't fault him for doing what he thought was best for you. Alright? He thought he was unfit. could have been true. You could have been worse off being raised by him.
It's true. Look at me. I'm drinking.
Making yourself look is like the most problem
First
child
thing in
is-
the morning, yeah.
Yeah. And Boudica just is like... She just kind of like averts her gaze a little bit.
Never let us go forward.
And he just goes... and he's just like, I'm not asking for you to forgive him. I'm just asking for you to keep the peace. Do you think you can do that? And Boudica goes... yeah. And she just kind of like a little bit of deadpan. She's like, she looks to everybody and like kind of like goes past like Telly's eyes. He's like, thank you for freeing my father from whatever corruption he was controlled by, and thank you for freeing me of his control. Still feels weird to say. And she kind of like grinds her teeth. I'm sorry for not believing that he was alive. And she like looks at you for like a second and looks away.
Well, you know, everything I fucking did, I did because I loved you. So, I don't blame you for hating me, but this is what it is.
And Boudica just goes, yeah.
Great. So
And Odysseus goes, that's a start! That's what I like to see. And Boudica just is like,
I'm gonna look at
Right.
I'm gonna look at Boudica, and in Elvish I'm gonna say it would have been a lot easier if we didn't leave, eh?
the fuck did you say?
Oh, I was trying to make you laugh. Did it not? You're in the same boat as me.
She's not Elvish at all. Boudica?
She's a half elf.
She is.
Oh, she is?
That doesn't mean she inherently speaks the language.
I thought I did.
Dude, she's
She
a baby.
lacks English.
She's a baby.
Babies
I
speak
thought it was a race. I thought it was a race trait.
I mean, it is, but
It
she
is,
was
but-
raised by a different race.
Fiction.
That's fair. That's
let's
fair.
follow
That's
the
fair.
fiction.
That's
Even
fair.
fiction, real life.
The story.
Yeah.
My last name
Let's
is
follow the
Polish.
story.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to speak.
Listen, I just said nothing. Fuck it. I'm gonna light a joint. I'm gonna- Does Odysseus speak Elvish?
Odysseus is.
Enough to talk to his ladies, am I right?
He knows the pickup line.
He is. I wouldn't say that he is fluent, but he is. He can mildly hold a conversation.
Okay.
He has a
He-
charmingly common accent.
Yeah.
He is-
Yeah.
He could go to Japan and order off of a restaurant, like order off of a menu in a restaurant.
And pick up girls.
Yes. You know,
Sugoi.
he knows like the basic,
Yeah,
like the
okay,
very
okay.
basic Elvish. But if you started talking slang, or if
Okay,
you started
yeah.
using like big words,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
changing your inflection for like the different words or the meanings of the words to change,
Yeah.
he would kind of get confused.
Okay.
Simple sentences only. Grammar?
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly. And he just he's like, how's everybody feeling? And Alexei kind of goes,
Yes.
this might be a little wasteful, but I feel. And you kind of see like little fire burning. He's like, he just goes, "Fuck it," and he casts the first level burning hands up into the air.
Nice.
And you see, he kind of uses like a little bit of meta magic as the burning hands goes up into the air. He like contorts the way it looks, and it kind of turns into a phoenix as it kind of flies around as it spins up. And he like pulls on a string, and it's like little fire sparks.
What's that
Kind of,
magic?
Holy shit.
kind of comes down. It's heightened it a little bit.
Lord.
Yeah, that feels good.
Oh, so you
And he just gives you a big hug, and he's like, I knew you were different. Oh, hi, Andy. You can't go that far.
We got you back.
Oh, so he's a super fucking magic user.
Yeah.
Well,
Not as super as for me.
I got everything. You know, nothing compared. I wouldn't be as good as him.
No one is.
I got everything I got from him.
Well, wait, what? No. I got everything I got from you.
I don't think so.
I do think so.
Wow.
Right?
It's always possible Hallister was lying to me. He's not one to be trusted, right? Maybe that was part of his manipulation.
No fucking shit.
Yeah, Alexei told us a story that he got his magic.
That's
from
what
you.
Hallister told me.
Yeah, but there's no way that's true.
Oh, you're fucking wild magic. You're chaos.
He's wild magic first. That's how I ended up like this.
No, you're wild magic first.
Idiot.
Huh? No?
No.
Are you cruising for a bruising?
Bruising for bruising.
You couldn't hit me if you tried, lad. If Crimson takes one step forward, I'm gonna run. And he will not be able to catch me.
And he's like,
I'm just gonna fucking run.
mate, I don't wanna. Maybe now's not the best time. We'll figure out another time. We can talk about it later. I mean, it could be Hallister was lying to me. I don't know. He's not one to be trusted. Like, I should not be trusting what Hallister says, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's possible he could have used that to manipulate me in a way to try and lure you here. All I know is that he wants you, and you're some sort of key, and that some part of his. Like, you're like the whole reason why this is even a thing.
You're the chosen one, Crimson.
Like something like call it like a meddling with like fate, sort of.
Like prophecy?
Sort of. It's a little bit more complex than that.
You talking about that giant thermometer?
That was a thermometer. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean he's trying to harvest wild magic, but there's only a certain amount of power that can be cultivated via wild magic, and you have something that other sorcerers don't. Even those who inherited. I mean, you heard what Izat said. All those other wild magic sorcerers that died. It's true. I saw the bodies. I saw them come and go. The only reason I stuck around for as long as I did is because I was further along. And I think part of that is because I was able to train that magic further with Hallister for so much. But part of it also might be because that it was easier to manifest because of I don't know what to believe right now. I don't know. It's stuff Hallister told me. And if Hallister's this evil guy, I don't want to trust what he said. There was probably a knot in the weave where we were born, and I probably just tapped into the wrong strand on accident, and that's that. Right. Yeah.
But you've got your magic back.
Me too. He's like, yeah. All I know for sure is that you're kind of like what he needs to put the thermometer to have you ever no, far boy. He's like, on my travels there were like these little carnivals I would go to and stop. They're kind of fun in these like little offshoot little villages. And they have this game where you take a hammer. You'd be really good at it.
Where you eat the pies?
And no, you take a hammer and you would slam it down as hard as you could and ding.
Hard.
And I always tried to do it. I never could. I was never the strong one. But I always thought of you, and I always knew if you were there, you'd be able to frickin' just send it off the top. I think you're the person he needs to kind of break the thermometer through the roof. I think you're who needs to break the rules. I don't know if I can believe him for why, but all I know is that he wants you. I know that for sure. So whatever lies he's told you all or me to get you there, I think that's the truth. Unequivocally. He didn't seem to be lying about that. I mean...
We're going to bring him down.
Yeah. That much is for certain.
Wait, but first, what the fuck are we gonna do about that? I'm gonna point to the book. if he's gonna touch it, we need to ready attacks. No offense.
I've been thinking a little bit last night when I was trying to dismantle the what was the name of the machine?
Mythal?
The Mythal.
Yeah.
When I was trying to dismantle the Mythal, there was hordes of chaotic energy surrounding me. I felt an attempt to take over my mind, but because of my Rod of Law, my artifact, I was able to stay focused and remain true to myself. I believe that the same will hold true while going into this book. If I channel the power of this Rod of Law, I believe I can navigate this book without being swayed or turned in some way.
I trust you, mate, but I just want to be sure you understand. You understand that we would ready attacks just to be safe.
Of course, yes. I understand the risks involved, and
Are you all ready for that?
Well, it depends. What are you immune to right now?
immune to.
Yeah, you know, someone doesn't hurt you or whatever, so if we're gonna,
Aye.
actually prep a spell to hit you...
I'm not immune to anything, but due to my nature, I happen to have more of a resistance to fire, cold, lightning, poison.
That was amazing.
Great.
Let me just check my notes here.
I'm gonna have the Devourer. I'm gonna hold at his neck. I'm gonna ready.
Sure.
I will at least take a spell slot.
And he Alexei was like, I'll do the same. And he starts to ready fire at his fingertips, and he goes,
I wink at him.
fire, lightning, God. That's all I have. And then you see the fire start to, he kind of does something similar as Crimson would do, and he starts to kind of almost like pluck an invisible like harp. And then you see one as each fire turns to like tiny pockets of sonic thunderclaps or
Nice.
energies. So he kind of uses a little bit of meta magic to change the damage type of the spell. He goes, and you hear this like, it's just like a whirling little balls of sound.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes, if you turn, we'll put you down easy.
Are you all okay with me investigating this book further?
Listen, if it's the only thing and you're the only one that can do it, and you know that we can figure out Hallister, then we need someone to. That's my opinion.
If anyone's gonna read it, you're the only one I trust.
Fire, cold, poison.
Lightning. This is the only way I believe that we can take Hallister down, is with the knowledge in that book.
Alright. Dad,
Is there
You
any way
ready?
I can
Yeah.
aid you with this?
I am not sure what exactly will entail. So
maybe
I
you can play him a song? Would that waste something of yours?
Not necessarily. If it helps us get the answers we need, it's not a waste. Well, I really hope we don't lose you. I'm with you, but I'm scared.
I understand.
Come
And
back to us.
I wouldn't want to try this without all of you present.
As I have a knife to your throat.
That'll be inspiration for
Okay.
for
Nice.
Give inspiration.
Cool.
Because I was just thinking when he was doing the mythal, it was an ability check, so I don't know if it will be the same.
Yeah. If you could get expertise in one skill, would there be anything that could help you with that?
Understanding more about the nature of magical items might help me. Can it?
Arcana. Yeehaw!
So anyway.
Alright. So I'm going to use my teardrop lyre and do my once a day skill empowerment to give you expertise
In Arcana.
In Arcana.
Arcane.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm going to stand right behind Mordai. Like, I've got diamond dust ready to sprinkle on the back of his neck.
Yes.
You saw Bam. You're like,
Yes.
I'm
what?
like this.
Yes.
Ready.
Great.
Love it. Okay.
Very well. Thank you for trusting me with this. I understand. It's scary having unknown knowledge, but I think we can all agree the more knowledge we have going into this fight with Alistair, the better.
You tell us everything you find out. Do not hide anything.
I'm so excited.
Right.
I go over and I pick up the book.
So, as you go to pick it up,
I'm scared.
did you want to describe how you picked it up? Sorry. You seem to. I don't mean to cut you off.
You've been
I
working
just
on
bend down and I pick it up.
As you pick it up, you can kind of feel almost like a tingling sensation, like around your hands, like this just vile, dark energy.
Oh, I want to summon Assy.
Dark.
I want Assy to be present for this.
Are you nervous at all? Is Mordai nervous, or are you cool as a cucumber?
This has been his purpose, for the longest time, and as he goes to bend down, he feels just only a sense of, like, unrequited resolve and determination.
Love it. And then you see, as you bend down, like, he snaps his fingers, and Assy appears kind of on his back. He kind of has, like, one leg on each shoulder, and then as Mordai rises with the book, Assy, like, unfurls his wings and goes... and it almost looks like Mordai has these, like, very tiny little... Like, oh, dude, it's like, it almost looks like he has, like, the Amnesu wings.
The tiny little...
The little tiny wings. And then, there's this black leather that you kind of touch, and you realize by the touch it's not leather, it's rotted skin and flesh. And you...
Can I...
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Stone of Cleansing on it.
It just hisses at you. The Stone of Cleansing, and it just... The magic is too strong.
The Stone of Cleansing hissed at Mordai?
No. The book.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then, like, Mordai will kind of, like... You'll see the book, like, from his hand, you'll see the book, like, just kind of telekinetically float in front of him as he casts Mage Hand.
Yeah, you see the hand, and the hand, like...
Is it heavy?
And you see, like, the... you know what? You know how, like, when you have, like, a rubber mask on for Halloween, and you do this, and you go... And the skin, like, kind of hovers around?
Oh.
That's kind of like this black skin sort of material, what it looks like when it, like, drops to the ground.
You've thought about this a lot, Brandon, I can tell.
No. And then, as you take the book, like, beneath your hand, and you turn that first page... like this, like, wave of, like, malevolent energy, just like...
As I like the whole reshape.
Yeah, exactly. Washes over your face, and you see Mordai, like... His, like, eyes are rolling in the back of his head. And...
I tighten my grip.
Yeah, and you see, like, all sorts of things, like, you see, like, his veins kind of, like, popping up. You see all sorts of, like, he starts to drool a little at the mouth. Like, he starts to foam a little bit. His eyes roll into the back of his head. His, like, muscles are kind of seizing up. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
You're real good at those.
Anything could happen.
Oh my...
Okay, well, I'm going to use
Heroic
this
inspiration!
phrase.
Heroic inspiration!
Or DM, DM
Oh, is this a
inspiration.
magical effect? No? Okay.
DM inspiration.
Now is when you use it.
Yes! Come on! This is what we've been waiting for! Come on!
It's true. We will straight up kill you, and you will not get another chance to open this book.
Oh, I love it. He wants to use the bardic inspiration first.
You are wrong.
Wait, can I use the bardic inspiration and before DM
Read me the
inspiration?
ruling. Read me the ruling of how inspiration is worded. It depends.
Because I've got.
For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
So.
But we already know the outcome. Oh no!
So before you know the roll, but after, I think once you decide to roll the dice, I think it's used for that roll.
Okay.
I mean, you're the DM. You make that roll.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It seems disingenuous
He's
to
saying
like.
you can't roll it and then decide whether or not to roll a
yeah.
d20.
You
Okay.
have to
roll-
roll a d20?
To re-roll, if he wants to
re-roll.
re-roll. So he's saying, like, can I decide to re-roll after the Bardic Inspiration and keep the Bardic Inspiration die for the re-roll?
Huh?
And I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think so.
Okay, alright, that's fine. I'll
Use
use
that-
heroic inspiration.
It's on the record!
Holy shit! Holy shit! We have it on camera!
Wait, Hallister's not even here!
Alright.
You'll get it again.
17.
Oh, yeah, that's 16 more than what a 1 is.
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
When
so
I read
20.
the DC more than the DC, I was like, the DC was what?
Can you imagine?
Okay,
He
29.
didn't even have to roll.
29. Do you want to apply anything to that or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna apply the bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Just for
D12.
to be
Yeah,
sure.
you're not trying to figure
Yeah, it
No.
could be DC
Alright,
30.
a 1, so 30.
30. Okay, so you do succeed the saving throw.
Okay.
Um,
Woo-wee!
Oh my
you
god.
do succeed the saving throw.
Imagine.
And you start to see, like, his skin almost start to change into this sort of, like, larva, like skin. But you see Mordai is a fighter, right? And you see it almost like he kind of slips up and, like, one of the, like, his skin starts to turn into this just, like, insectoid, like, mushy, like, caterpillar in the middle of, like, metamorphosis sort of creatures. It starts to creep up his arm, and then you, Mordai, you, like, hunker down, like, you're fighting against all of these, like, mind control sort of things, and you remember the words of your Lord and Savior. What does Asmodeus say to you that encourages you to push past this? What are the words? What are the words that he says to you that resonate with you so?
You are perfect. Just a little further.
You are perfect. Just a little further, my child. And you just go, whoosh! And you see he kind of like lurches forward and he clasps the book, the book closed, and then but his the skin recedes into his sort of like purplish form. But you see he's still fighting. It's not over yet. And his eyes are still in the back of his head, but it looks like he's kind of he's getting in control of his muscles, and you start to see his movements start to move in like chaotic ways. But then, slowly, you start to see the Rod of Law. Where do you keep the Rod of Law on your person?
On my back.
On his back. You start to see it emanate this very light, sort of radiant-like energy as it starts to glow. And it starts to slowly it starts like on his spine, and it starts to slowly spread out and envelop him like a force field, like about an inch away from his face.
Can you imagine?
Life's a bitch, ain't it? You see the farther this aura starts to kind of surround his body. It seems like he starts to get more and more in control, and you see his like posture his spine like goes up first, and then his legs stop Tommy Picklesing inwards, and he kind of starts to stand up straight, and then his chest kind of rises, and he just kind of looks up, and he takes one big breath in, and he looks down and shuts the book and grasps it in his hand, and his eyes go. So because you have because you have the Rod of Law, auto succeed.
Nice.
all of sort of the chaotic evil tendencies that were in this book that were trying to alter your mind after the first saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
The Rod of Law keeps you in check. It keeps you lawful.
Mm-hmm.
And it bumps one of your attunements. You are now attuned to the Book of Vile Darkness. What do you bump?
The tattoo.
Okay. Dude, rest
I
in
know.
peace.
It served me
It's
well.
served you well.
And I will
Rest now.
I will-
Rest later.
let me go ahead and add the Book of Vile Darkness to
Oh,
your character.
wow.
God. We have a party member attuned to the freaking Book of Vile Darkness.
Wow.
This is level 20.
Yeah. And
We need all
Let's
the
go kill
power.
Satan.
We need all the power we can get.
Seja, Mordai, I will let you know how you want to roleplay, how powerful you feel after I beep boop tell you what you get. And I'm sure you will start reading of your own accord when I add it to your... Yeah, here it is.
How much HP do you have?
218.
Did you take tough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, for
shoot,
sure.
man. Wow.
So,
Tank.
so
It's almost
the
double.
beginning sort of lore, the initial lore to this book becomes immediately known to you. The contents of this foul manuscript are the meat and drink of the wicked. It contains knowledge so horrid that even to glimpse the scrawled pages invites doom. Most believe the lich god Vecna authored the Book of Vile Darkness. He recorded in its pages every horrid idea, every corrupt thought, and every example of foul magic he came across or devised. Other practitioners of evil have also added their own input to the book's catalog of vile knowledge. Their additions are clear, for the writers of later works stitched whatever they were writing into the tome, or in some cases, made notations and additions to existing texts. You know that Asmodeus is one of these people.
I put the
There are places...
It's like a cookbook.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, where's Asmo's section?
Yeah.
There are places where pages are missing, torn, or covered so completely with ink, blood, and scratches that the original text cannot be divined. Nature cannot abide by the book's presence. Ordinary plants wither, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And whenever a creature that isn't a fiend or an undead attunes to the Book of Vile Darkness, a creature must make a Charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is magically transformed into a larva under the DM's control, and only a wish spell can reverse the vile transformation.
Oh my god.
And
Worth the inspiration.
I don't know.
You'd be like Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
Put you in a little potato sack and keep going.
a creature attuned to the Book of Vile Darkness to further learn so you get the basics, which is
Okay.
what you see right now. To get any more of the any more knowledge, you must spend increments of 40 hours perusing its pages. So every 40 hours.
It's like a work week.
It's like similar to like the
Learning
Tome
a
of Gainful and
language.
Yeah.
like those books, right? It's similar to those things. So for every 40 hours you spend studying the book, depending on how far you get in the book, there is more power to be unlocked within the book as well. And then when you attune to this book, your alignment immediately shifts to chaotic evil. However, the Rod of Law, which you were attuned to first, prevents your alignment from changing to anything that is not lawful.
Cool.
Wow.
So that's why there was no check for that one.
This book is hating you right now.
Yeah.
Bending it to
Yeah.
its will.
The Book of Vile Darkness remains with you. So this is the good one. You all don't know this.
Okay.
The Book of Vile Darkness remains with you only as long as you strive to work evil into the world. If you fail to perform at least one evil act within the span of 10 days, or if you willingly perform an act that can only be conceived as good,
Oh shit.
the book disappears, your attunement to it ends, and you lose all benefits granted by it.
Wait,
Damn.
you can't do any good things?
He can't do
Not
any
not
good things.
anything. Not he can if the
You
good
can do
act.
good things for
if-
bad reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but if it's
It can't
inherent,
be inherently good.
like if he just
Gave money to a beggar just
to help them,
Yeah.
he would immediately lose attunement to the book.
No more spending your time at the orphanage.
But if I gave money to the beggar with the intention of recruiting him to my cult and then having him serve me,
then evil.
That would work.
Yeah.
What if it's just for your own
no more quietude,
altruism? Like, what if it's just like, yes, now I feel good and I am evil.
Yeah, I forgot about
that. If you die while attuned to the book, an entity of great evil claims your soul. You cannot be restored to life by any means while your soul remains imprisoned.
Wow, I'm glad we didn't kill Odysseus.
I wonder who that great evil entity could be. Adjusted ability scores.
Ooh.
Nice.
Your first benefit.
Where's my book?
Write it down.
One ability score of your choice decreases by 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Strength.
He's gonna need a wheelchair now.
One ability score of your choice increases by 2, up to a maximum of 24.
Ooh. Which ones are you gonna pick? Strength.
Net neutral. Net neutral.
Brings it back up.
So you have to choose one ability score to decrease by 2, to a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
And one ability score of your choice gets increased by 2 above 20.
Okay. Strength down, charisma up.
Yep. We can make those changes right now.
Cool.
Strength down to a 6, strength up to an 8.
Finally.
So we'll give you a -2 modifier to
I've
that.
worked so long for this.
And a +4 modifier to your charisma. Your charisma is now a +7.
Yay.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Holy shit.
Which means all of your Eldritch Blasts now do +7. And your spell save DC is what for the class?
Probably 22.
Nice.
Feels good.
Holy shit.
Tireless form. You are immune to exhaustion.
Ooh.
That's
Immune to
huge.
That's
exhaustion.
so, yeah.
Did you add the book to my inventory?
I did.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You are immune to exhaustion. While attuned to the book, you can cast the following spells once per long rest at a spell save DC of 18. Animate Dead, Circle of Death, Dominate Monster, and Finger of Death.
Nice.
Oh,
So that's 4 more high-level spells that you can cast once per long rest.
Cool.
And you notice that the power you saw Odysseus cast a more powerful version of Circle of Death, and you can almost you can feel the tantalizing reserves of energy of knowledge of how to manipulate those spells to make them stronger if you can spend time with them.
Oh, because he would have spent like 20 years with it.
Yeah.
He probably read it cover to
And
cover.
and the thing and you're immune to the exhaustion condition. Vile lore. You can reference the Book of Vile Darkness whenever you make an intelligence check to recall something about evil, such as lore about demons. When you do, you have advantage on the check.
Nice.
And at the DM's discretion, the book might reveal secrets no mortal should ever know.
Nice.
Such as the true names of powerful fiends, foul rites that allow one to transform into a Death Knight, a Lich, or something else.
A lich.
Or long-lost spells crafted by being so evil, their names not ever be spoken aloud.
Whoa.
Wow.
Vile speech. While the book is on your person, you can take a magic action to recite words from its pages in a foul, dead language. Each time you do so, you take 1d12 psychic damage, and each other creature within 15 of you takes 3d6 psychic damage, unless the creature is a fiend or undead. And again, you remember Odysseus speaking this language during the battle, and it starts to kind of become known to you almost intrinsically a little bit, and you remember it not harming him. And again, you start to like put 2 and 2 together. The more you spend time with this, the more it benefits you. Destroying the book. Only you know this. The Book of Vile Darkness allows pages to be torn from it, but any evil lore contained on those pages finds its way back to the book eventually. Usually when a new author adds pages to the tome. If a Solar, which is the second highest ranking angel, tears the book in 2, the book is destroyed for 1d100 years, after which it reforms in some far corner of the multiverse.
Wow.
A creature attuned to the book for 100 years can unearth a phrase hidden in the original text that, when translated to Celestial and spoken aloud, destroys both the speaker and the book in a flash of radiance. However, as long as evil exists in the multiverse, the book reforms in 1d10 times 100 years.
Wow.
So yeah, if you ever want to destroy it, And those are the properties that you have immediately accessible to you.
Okay.
Wow.
The more you spend, the more new and enhanced versions that you can enhance. There are new abilities and enhanced abilities of abilities that are already present. And now we get to do the fun part.
It's a
Roll.
So-
major, minor.
I hope you're ready for this, Seja. Morning. So you get 2 major detrimental properties, 3 minor detrimental properties,
Oof. 1, 2, 3.
1 major detrimental property, and 3 minor beneficial properties.
Wait.
So you get
so
to
hang on one more time.
yeah.
One
It's
major,
a lot. It's a
3
lot of
minor.
shit. So you get 1 major beneficial, 3 minor beneficial, 2 major detrimental, and 3 minor detrimental.
Makes
So you're getting
sense.
more detrimental than you are beneficial.
It's a bad thing.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, it is one of the most like sought after evil artifacts in like all the multiverse. And it rests in the hand of your friend here.
Well,
So what do you want to roll for first, my friend?
I know the guy who owns it.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I need
of
another.
course.
I need another.
I want to watch this.
It's the front door.
I want to watch this too, but I need to drink water right now.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
reverse order. So major detrimental, minor detrimental, minor beneficial, major beneficial.
Love it.
Major.
So you want to do major
Detrimental.
detrimental first.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 of them. Roll me a d100, please.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Did they want me to wait?
We'll tell them. I'll take
I
notes.
think they left so they could get like
Yeah.
go use the restroom or something.
This is like a break without taking
Okay,
a break because
cool,
we started
cool.
late.
yeah. It's
Alright.
like they're not turning. It's like not their turn in initiative right now.
Okay. So D100,
Yes, please.
11.
11. Ooh,
11.
This
Major
is
detrimental.
This is a
the
cool
first
one. This is so. This isn't even gonna be that bad for you. This is great. 11. When you
First one.
when you first attune to the artifact, the
What
artifact
artifact
gives you a
is that?
quest determined by the DM. You must complete
Or
this
quest.
quest as if affected by the Gesh spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Gesh.
Oh, Gesh.
Yes, it's
Oh,
pronounced
wow.
Gesh. Once you complete the quest, you are no longer affected by this property.
Okay.
Is that major or
What
minor?
creature gives you the quest?
I do.
The DM.
The book gives
The
you the
book
book gives him a quest.
Gives you the quest.
I will have to think on that, and I'll get back to you, Seja.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
But I
side
can
quest.
assure you,
Hell yeah, side quest
It
at
will
level
be
20.
evil.
Side quest at level 20.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yes.
So that's your first one, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to mark that. I'm going to make sure I mark this down too. So I
Okay.
have it. So let me see. Book of Vile Darkness Properties. Boom. Did you stop?
Was that
Thank you.
a major detriment?
Major
or minor?
detriment.
I'm doing major detrimental, minor beneficial, major beneficial.
That's for last.
So yeah, starting with the worst stuff.
Okay. Next.
The second major detrimental.
You have a second quest.
What if you rolled 11?
48.
Seriously.
48.
48.
Potato.
48. The artifact erases magic scrolls within 10 feet of the artifact,
Oh.
rendering them non-magical.
Stay away from me.
So if you're ever near magical scrolls,
Keep
Mhm.
your scrolls
You
away
are-
from Mordai.
they are
Okay.
done.
Don't go into your shop, dude.
Oh, yeah.
This is the artifact erases magic scrolls within 10 feet of it, rendering them non-magical.
Do we have any of those?
Yes.
In the bag of holding?
So, but like if I go into one, it renders it inert. If I move away, is it still dead?
It erases magic
Yeah.
scrolls.
Okay.
It erases magic scrolls. So if you have magic scrolls, the book doesn't want to be cheated on.
Dude, you could really fuck with Henry right now.
Cool. That is your major those are your major detrimental.
Okay.
Okay. The second one sucks.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it could have been way worse.
Okay. Minor detrimental.
Well, I guess that means I can't use any spell scrolls.
Are they safe in
Yeah,
the
I
bag of holding?
I'll say yes.
Okay.
If I... Do you just have to read the spell scroll, or do you have to touch it in order to cast it?
You just have to
Like, could I cast Mage Hand and hold it 10 feet away from me and then cast it?
Wait on me, please.
Or look through Assie's eyes and read it.
Or look through Assie's
Oh my
eyes
god.
and read it? Yeah.
Let me look.
Assie's.
Oh my god. A spell scroll, this is what it says. A spell scroll bears the words of a single spell. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll. Otherwise, the scroll is intelligible. Casting the spell by reading the scroll requires the spell's normal casting time. Once the spell is cast, the words in the spell... So far, no. Do you have to touch a spell scroll to use it?
You're gonna have to get like poster board size.
Yeah.
Spells.
Some little reading glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. The question
You're gonna get a
is,
big old dirty, thick
can I
glasses.
cast a spell from a spell scroll without holding it? The top answer is the rules do not say.
Great.
Jeremy Crawford said, spell scrolls follow the normal rule for casting a spell from a magic item. You don't need to provide any components to cast the spell. So you don't need somatic or anything like that. Spell scrolls have a twist, though. You must read the scroll to cast its spell. So if you can read the scroll, you're good.
All right.
So my ruling for that is reading a book 10 feet away is pretty hard.
But if I read it through
But if you read it through Assie's eyes, I will allow it.
Yeah.
But that
Cast
also
in
means that
large.
none of us can really be carrying them.
In the bag of holding, you can.
Because if they get even within 10 feet.
Yeah, if a spell scroll gets within 10 feet of me, then
It
gets
gets erased.
So we
It's just a
gotta
piece of paper.
be careful and keep that in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Or
And then if you're ever going to pull one out, Mordai will just...
have to, yeah.
Step away, Mordai.
Mhm.
Alright?
Go away.
So that's that.
Okay.
That'll be my
Great.
ruling on it. I'm going to hold firm on it. Alright? Minor detrimental.
Okay. That's not terrible.
No, that's not bad at all.
64.
64.
64.
This one's going to affect you more than... so while you're attuned to the artifact, you can't smell.
Nice.
I can't smell.
Your sense of smell's gone?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's lucky because this book reeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not.
There
so
are
bad.
worse things.
And I gotta
Yeah.
travel with Telemachus,
Yeah,
so this
it's
will
true.
help a lot.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
So you can't
That's
smell.
pretty
Put all your
straightforward.
fancy meals.
Yeah, it puts a damper on your
It does
wine
put a
tasting.
fancy damper on my wine tasting because it's.
On a deattune. It's not
You
worth it.
can't. Yeah, you can't. I mean, can you taste without being able to smell?
Not as
It's
well.
very mild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have COVID for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. All right. 71.
Is this for another minor detrimental?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think he has
he's
3.
3.
Roll again. I don't like this one.
What was it?
This one's really stupid and it promotes not working as a team. It's
Oh,
very
okay. 71. No.
Yeah.
100.
That's so stupid.
100.
100.
Is he just really good at reading that?
No, it's dumb. The 71 is when you're attuned to the artifact, other
No, wait,
creatures
that's
can't
90.
take short or long rests
That's
while
a 10.
within 300 feet of you.
So how do you,
Oh.
how do you
300
roll 90? Oh,
Yeah,
80,
that's
10.
fine.
Bye, Mordai. You're kicked out of our group.
That's dumb. 71 rules as written is when you're attuned to the artifact, other creatures can't take short or long rests while within 300 feet of you.
Oh, I don't
That's
like
dumb.
that.
Yeah.
That just promotes bad gameplay. So I'm going to ask you to reroll. 100. While you are attuned to the artifact, a flaw of yours is amplified in a way determined by the DM.
Oh.
I'll take it. We'll discuss that.
Okay.
That goes back to
You
the
remember what
character
you- yeah,
creation.
Yeah.
You remember what yours is, right? Because you got the same one.
You have a flaw?
I do.
It just hasn't come up yet.
It hasn't come up yet.
Mm.
One more.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm really curious.
One more minor detrimental.
Yeah.
37.
You're doing pretty good, dude.
Roll again. That one's bad.
Wait, this
What
is
is
a
it?
minor detriment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 major, 3 minor bad things.
All bad.
Yeah, all bad.
9.
9.
9.
Oh no!
Oh no.
The first time you touch a gem or a piece of jewelry while attuned to this artifact, the value of the gem or jewelry is reduced by half.
I have that one too!
Yeah.
The first time I touch any gem?
Any gem or piece of jewelry. But it only affects it once. It only affects it once.
So it goes from
You
100
literally
gold to
cannot
50.
go into your shop, like, ever again.
I mean,
You
he can
can't
go
touch
in
it.
and just
But,
keep
but
touching
that's
everything.
very flavorful for the Book of Vile Darkness, because the Book of Vile Darkness kind of degrades everything it
Everything
touches.
else.
So I think that's that
So-
sucks for you. That's a very flavorful one.
The so for example, like if I want to cast Scrying and I have a gem that I use to cast Scrying
You would need to
through,
find a more
I
expensive
would have to
gem.
have a gem that's doubly the price of it in order
Correct.
to use it.
That's correct.
Does that gem get consumed?
No.
Oh.
No, but
But now you gotta
scrying
upgrade your
scrying
gem.
requires a very specific gold piece worth of gem, and so if he uses that to scry, it's now worth half as much, and now
Right.
it's not as pure to cast the spell through.
So, and you already own that gem.
Yeah.
Wow, so you can't cast scrying until we can find you a doubly expensive gem?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, let's roll for majors now. Something happy.
Can you cast scrying through Assy?
I don't think that's how it works. Yeah.
Well, you can cast spells that are touch through a familiar.
But scrying isn't touch.
Scrying's not touch.
No. But, because it's part of the somatic components for the material components.
It's
that
the
you need to
material
have here.
component for the spell. So
Hold
do I
on.
have to hold the material?
Yeah, you guys have
component to
so
cast it?
much. You guys have so much gold. You can find.
Mhm.
You can find an expensive of
Yeah.
enough thing.
Mm-hmm. So I'll need a 2,000
They're minor
gold.
detriment. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
detrimental.
Yeah.
This book is evil, and
And they're
evil
not
sucks.
it's not as bad as some of them.
Yeah.
Evil sucks. Yeah, any of like the bad ones that are like either like you can't play the game anymore, or like it's annoying to have you in the party. I'm just like reroll because that's just I'm not trying to have that in the game.
Any gem or jewelry.
Any gem or
Would
jewelry.
ruby dust count as a gem?
I would consider that dust.
Good.
I think that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I can cast Force Cage, but scrying I need a.
Yeah, I'll say that it has to be in its solid form.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a gem. I gotta double check all my spells now.
So
Okay.
some homework for you. Yeah.
All right.
But hey, you're onto the beneficial.
Okay.
Yay!
So minor beneficial, you get
Nice.
3 of them.
We made it.
You made it.
Whew.
You get 3 minors?
You're through the worst. 3 minors, 1 major.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
4. While attuned to the artifact, you gain 1 proficiency.
Nice.
Oh.
So you can choose.
Arcana.
You can choose.
Arcana?
He's already proficient.
I know. It's just...
Double proficient.
I'll take perception.
It's a good one.
It's like one of the best checks
Yeah.
in the game.
So I can do that right now for you. Customize. Skill proficient level. Proficient. Boink. Look at that little +7 to perception. Yeah.
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 Okay. 2 more.
81.
81. Same as 61 through 70, except the spell is 3rd level. So while attuned to the artifact, you can use an action to cast 1 first level spell chosen by you. And after you cast this spell, roll a d6, and if you roll a 6, you can cast it again.
So it recharges.
So if you roll on a roll of 1 or 5, you can't cast it again until the next time.
Okay.
But because you rolled an 81, it's a 3rd level spell. So you can choose any
it's
3rd
another
level
spell
spell you
slot.
want,
Oh. Cast 1
and you can cast it once per dawn. But every time you cast it, if you roll a 6, you can cast it again
that day.
that day.
Otherwise, I have to wait till.
Correct.
Okay.
So just
Great for a
so you can go ahead and
Yeah,
decide
that's
whatever
great.
whatever
That's
3rd level spell you would like that to be. It will be cast at 3rd level.
Okay. And any 3rd level spell?
Any 3rd level spell from any list.
Oh.
Nice.
Anyway.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna have to look through.
So
and
just let me know.
take a look. Yeah.
You got
Okay.
homework.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
So 1 more of those.
95.
Let me do that is you're gonna love this one.
Your charisma score goes up by
Oh my
another
God.
zero.
No, that you have to be major to do that. What was it again? 96?
95.
95, same thing. While attuned to this artifact, you gain a +1 bonus to armor class.
Oh.
I got that one too!
What is it now? What's your AC now?
18.
You have
Nice.
a bigger height, a larger armor class than Taryn now.
Ooh.
I'm the weakest link.
Cool.
Situation
So
tank.
I have put you up to 18.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely. Cool. And you get uno.
All right, one major bench.
This is the big one.
Ow.
Big money, big money,
You
big
okay?
money.
I went to do the stupid salute and I.
Worth. Okay.
This is fun.
75.
75.
It's like such an exciting random level up.
75. It's the same. While attuned to this artifact, you can use an action to cast one
Nice.
4th level spell. But you rolled a what?
75?
So it can be 6th level from any spell school.
Nice.
Your
That's your highest spell.
And
That's
it
your
can be cast.
biggest
It can be cast
spell.
once per long rest. And if you roll a 6, you can cast it again.
Whoa!
Whoa, cool. Some more spells.
That's your
great.
most powerful
It's
spell.
your
Huh? 9th level is the most powerful
No,
spell.
but for you, right? You can only do 5th level.
No, he's a full.
Pack magic, but he has Arcanum. That
Oh,
gets him
okay,
up there.
okay.
Yeah.
And then I will replace that with 6th level. So just let me know what 3rd and 6th level you want. And
Cool.
and those will be two more spells apart from the
Nice.
4 that are already benefiting you from the book as well.
That's
you get,
awesome.
you get Animate Dead, Dominate Monster, Finger of Death, and Circle of Death. And then a 3rd and a 6th of your choice once per dawn.
The DC
sometimes
is
more.
18 though?
No, it would be your DC for these artifact property ones.
Oh.
It's for the it's a DC 18 for the 4 that come with the book. It's your DC for the ones that come with the
Yeah,
with the
sorry, that's
artifact
what I
properties.
meant. The ones
Yeah.
that come with the book
Well-
is a DC 18.
For now, depending
Okay.
on how much you read.
Okay.
Maybe. We don't know. Anything could be in there.
And those are your properties. I got
Hell
them all
yeah.
marked down.
Woo!
Okay, man. Whew. Could be worse.
Could be way worse. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty good.
Dude, you just got so much. You like almost doubled
Seriously.
your
I know.
Your dream
and
come true.
Magic.
and
Best case scenario for
Seriously.
a warlock.
and as the book kind of before he slams it shut, the book's like flesh pages just go and they like turn on their own accord, and he closes them and he clutches it in his hand, and you see his eyes roll back down, and all of that power, you instantly know that you have it.
Mm.
And you can feel that you have some sifting through to do before you can get a clear answer on what exactly Asmodeus wants. You kind of have to find the pages. You have to kind of like skim through it. You have to find the pages. It would take an amount of time
Mm-hmm.
to be able to find his sort of process.
Yeah.
And that can be whenever you feel like you have time to read it.
Demi,
Yeah.
I wish we would have done this before the long rest. We didn't know.
And as that comes to you, the book, he kind of like instinctively like clutches it to his chest, but you see his eyes go back down. And he goes, and you are in your right mind.
Does your appearance change at all? Does his appear or does he look the same?
Are you evil?
Are his eyes black marbles?
You see that he looks slightly more gaunt
Okay.
than he used to. Only a little. He looks about as gaunt. Actually, he looks about as gaunt as Crimson does smart.
Oof.
Wait, what's your intelligence?
How dare you?
What's your intelligence? Is it -3?
Yeah.
Okay, he looks a little less gaunt than Crimson looks smart. He looks a little bit more. He looks a little gaunt. Like he lost a little muscle mass.
But not exhausted.
Yeah, but you see, there was always like a little bit of a flame in Mordai's eyes, right? But when he opens them, it's now a very obvious flicker. And you can kind of manifest that at will without even casting like thaumaturgy. And as you see, he kind of like his pupils dilate, which is just the flaring, like and getting more intense.
Oh, I'd like to flavor it as
Yeah,
like,
go ahead. Yeah,
if,
please,
if
please.
before my eyes were like a orange flame or yellow flame, like I come back from the book and there's like a blue like flame in
Nice.
my eyes.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little bit hotter.
Yeah, nice. And like as they kind of dilate, it's the flame just getting a little bit more vicious, and happens like his pupils dilate in and out a couple times before he's all right back. But then, you see him take a breath in like he's just slew a creature. And
I'm okay.
You're you.
I still feel like myself.
Insight check. Not even being sarcastic.
Yeah.
22.
That a girl.
26.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I'm genuine.
Are Mordai's pupils Dots or slits?
Satan?
They are dots. They're not like it's not like snake eyes.
I see.
It's like, yeah, like the pupil, and then around the pupil is like flame, like where the iris would be.
Oh, okay.
And you see, like, kind of as the muscle, like, retracts a little bit, you see, like, Assie's, like, little talons are kind of, like gripping in a little bit more tightly around you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something just, not in a bad way, but there's like, a presence about Mordai that is almost more regal than it used to be. And it almost feels, you aren't, right? I mean, you kind of are, but it almost feels like you're talking to a noble,
Yeah.
or someone who has, or almost kind of like I don't mean to
No, it's fine. Yeah.
like give you an ego, but it almost feels like you're talking to like a king.
What
Like you have
like pride.
Yeah, but it feels like the same sort of impression of you would be talking to someone who just has a certain presence about them that evokes great power and great much sway over things.
Such
Influence is such a great word. Thank you.
I'm
Such
gonna
influence.
Sheathe the Devourer. Well,
You
what's
see,
he?
he kind of Alexa just goes. He kind of pops the sound waves.
What do you know?
There is
Yeah.
a lot in this book.
Yeah.
A couple of things. We need to keep spell scrolls kind of away from me. The book, through reading it, its power is so great it can destroy such magic if it comes close to me.
Well, tracks.
You read that book that fast?
I didn't read all of it. There's much to be gained. I want to read more, but I know that we have lots that we need to do, and we need to discuss what we're going to do next. But I am going to need some time with this before we face Hallister, to understand the ritual, if there's anything else involved that could help us. As it stands right now, I feel emboldened. I have a greater grasp of... I look around, and the dead bodies are, like, still around.
Yeah.
From the people that and I, for example... And I kind of flip to a page and mutter like an arcane word, and I want to cast.
Getting right to it, dude.
I want to cast Animate Dead.
Getting right to it, yes, sir.
Here we go.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, choose a pile of bones or a corpse of medium or smaller human. Blah blah. In each of your turns, you can take. Yeah, and you see they just start to. And the bones start to crack back into place. Ribs start to marimba back to where the xylophone back into where they go, and it starts.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It's perfectly safe. Can you speak?
Gross. I hate that.
Tell Crimson he's really strong.
Ew.
Nope.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Too much?
He's like not even that dead, you know? Like he's like not rotting really
He's
yet.
still
but, like,
warm.
I just know he's not really. Whose personality is this?
Either you get rid of him or I will.
I don't really think they
No.
have
I mean, we don't need to kill him. He's alive.
He's not fucking live.
He's just reanimated.
So is it you?
I control what he does. I could try to give him a little bit of a personality, like,
He goes.
like, yeah. I like try and make him dance.
His legs now.
Is he like a familiar?
I can't look through his eyes, if that's what you mean, but I can command him to do anything. Like, for example, fetch me that rock over there.
An actual rock.
Thank you.
Could be useful.
Okay, could be useful.
You're telling me we're gonna walk these fucking corpses around like a fucking dog?
I mean, no, obviously we can't
Doesn't
walk
need a
around.
leash.
We can't walk through water
Yeah.
deep with this.
Oh, and just so you know, these spells you can also cast via not Arcanum, but pack slots.
Oh.
So if you ever wanted to cast Animate Dead without its free charge, you could upcast it to your pack slot level as well.
Okay, but not Circle of Death, Dominate Monster, or Finger of Death.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're a warlock. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you roll to see if you could cast this again, Vic?
Yeah.
No, that was from the book. That he doesn't roll for that. Doesn't roll for that one.
Oh, can I cast these at will?
No. It says at will because it doesn't have a good way to keep track of it. But if you click on Book of Vile Darkness,
Oh wait, once you use the book to cast a spell, you can't cast it. So once per day.
Yeah.
Each one once per day.
so but if you go to Book of Vile Darkness
Yeah,
right here,
I've already clicked on it.
you have charges.
Uh-huh.
So then you would click one of those These charges are representative of
Of each one of those spells.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then Yeah. so that yeah. Cool.
Yesterday, like 90%.
Yeah,
of
and so you have this thing
everything
under
during
control
the
for the
day
next
was
24
just-
hours, no concentration.
That's fine.
Raw.
Yeah, right. And just
Buttery.
no rush on the spell selections. Take your
Okay.
time. Cool. Yeah, think about what you want.
Well, thank you for trusting me to read this book. There may still be some hidden unknowns, but for the time being, I feel like I have a decent grasp on it, and I'll spend some time with it, and hopefully learn the knowledge that we need to defeat Hallister.
Alright.
Well, now, so how are we gonna rescue Obaya?
What we're gonna
Obaya
tell?
is-
What we're gonna tell Mad
The
Goth?
horribly disfigured, normal old woman who Mad Goth has in the dungeon.
Didn't she used to give us spell books and stuff? Yeah, I think she sold us some spell books.
I think we sold her spell books.
We don't want to give Madgoth the Book of Vile Darkness, and we need to eliminate him, so to me the only viable course of option is to try and find his phylactery and end him for good.
I do have a question. Because you're attuned to it, what if you did give it to him? He wouldn't be able to attune to it, right?
Well, what happens if I hand the book to somebody else?
Yeah, what if someone else touches it?
Do you wanna-
You're still attuned to it.
I'm still attuned to it.
Yeah.
But they could also attune to it?
No. No, we would have to de-attune to it.
But then he couldn't study it.
Aye, but I'm saying, what if we get Mad Goth? We give Mad Goth
Just
the
a
thing,
free
and we
one,
get
yeah.
the gem. Sure. And then does it reappear if you take it back?
I'm gonna place the book on the other side of the room from me, and then just kind of walk away from it and see if I can like will it to me.
Stays there.
Stays there.
Ah, never mind.
I'll go back. Get up.
Leave that thing unattended.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know, it seems pretty evil. I don't really see what can come of it. But I trust you and why.
What are we gonna do with Mad Goth?
Well, we're gonna have to find his phylactery, just like Mother said.
Right?
One way or another was really gonna come down to it, because even if Mordai didn't have the book, we don't want Maggoth to have it.
How are we gonna fucking find his phylactery? We're gonna have to go back to his castle.
We'll have to figure it out. I can consult with my lord to see if his phylactery is within his lair.
I think that's a good
That's
plan.
a good way to start. There might be knowledge within this book on liches and their phylacteries, and there may be some hidden knowledge or spells that could ease our ability to find.
Do you want to just hang out here for a couple hours and spend some time with it?
I think
If it's
that
going to help us before our next move, or would you lot rather get to Waterdeep and then he can spend time with it in the castle?
I feel like we should head back to Waterdeep.
Great.
I feel like a sitting duck around.
Yeah.
Then we have to get through that miasma again.
And we also need to find the gem from this level.
We do. Fuck. Dad, did you have an office here? Do you know?
It's possible.
Fuck, you don't remember nothing.
But we could. Is there a place that I frequented?
I don't know. We snuck in.
There was some double doors in the main
There
chamber
were
with all
double
of the
doors.
statues.
You know,
We
It
should
looked
there's
go.
pretty
something about
impressive.
double doors, even in Ithaca.
We should go double doors. Alright, let's go.
I remember if there was anything important back in Ithaca, I would always keep them behind double doors.
I know you had some at the
You
house.
probably have something behind those double doors then.
Baseball, huh? Sorry. sorry. Yeah.
I don't know
Just
what
left
it
the
is.
table for
Yeah,
a
sorry,
second.
I
sorry.
know what it's referencing.
sorry.
Just left the table for a second.
So wow.
Let's go upstairs.
Before we leave, is the dragon's body still there?
Yeah.
Can I steal a couple of its shabby?
Scales.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They're blue, right?
Yeah.
They're like shadowy evil blue.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're
Yeah.
they're litchy blue.
They're litchy blue.
Oh my gosh.
I take as many as I can.
I need.
Yeah,
I want
I
a
want
couple
some.
too.
yeah.
I want some.
Yeah, I need some dragon bones, some good stuff. This could be some good
Oh,
curios for the
thanks.
shop. You know,
And they're not gems or jewelry.
they're not gems, so
They could be jewelry. They're not jewelry until
Yeah.
you put string around it, and then they lose their value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take as much as I possibly can.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a d4, both of you. That'll be how many you harvest. Yeah.
2
You get 2.
Two.
You get 2.
2 scales or 2 bones?
2 scales.
2 scales.
One.
One scale.
Can I get some bones?
Yeah. D4.
Bones.
D4 bones.
You have
1.
2 scales, Mike.
When you get a phalange.
Mhm.
You want a bone?
I want,
What you want? What?
I want a 2.
You want a tooth? Roll me d4.
4.
4. You get the big canine.
Hell yeah.
And that's gonna be a
All 4 of
4.
them or just the one?
Yeah, you can get all 4 of them.
Fuck yeah.
He's gonna put him on his neck.
You get 4 canines. I'm putting
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 Litchy blue dragon canines.
that. Draco Lich canine.
It's a sick looking body.
He's like,
Sick.
look. I knew I raised my boy right. See, back in Ithaca, we didn't steal. We fought for what was ours.
Aye.
Good boy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's always good to know when you raise someone the right way. And they,
I bet it would be.
and they stick to those things.
Yeah, like you stole my ability to grow up with a father. Cool.
I deserve that.
I never steal anything.
I deserve that. He takes it on the chin.
Well, Mordai like reach
I
out
took
and
him there.
unclick the immovable rod
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, and you see Crimson with your passive perception. You kind of eye and you see him. He kind of like is like he very quickly he like that same like piece of paper you saw him fiddling with. You saw him kind of like just kind of like reading it off to the side, and then he like notices you're looking at him and he just puts it away again.
I'll go away.
Alright, let's fucking
Shit.
go
Alright,
to the
yeah.
double doors.
Double doors.
I'm gonna lead the way as best I can.
I'm walking back. Right behind Odysseus.
Mordai hasn't taken his hand off the book. Like it's in his bag, but he's like got his hand in the bag, just like
Oh, yeah,
resting
he
on it.
does.
Imagine there are death slats. So, aha! We're like, shit!
They've just been spawning
Yeah,
this whole time.
yeah.
It's like
Circle of death.
Yeah.
While we're walking, I try to lean over to Taryn. I cast message. Are you alright then? You seem a little tense.
It was meant as a joke, but I don't have that level of banter.
I think you do. It's just a sad old man. That's all.
Just a sad old man.
I'm okay. I'm relieved about
Did you say that out loud?
That he's not evil.
Well,
No. I was just
Oh.
that he's himself.
yeah.
I don't know, I have a bad feeling about it. But I don't really see another option anyway.
It's the safest place it can be is here. It's better that it's within the crowd, and we can keep our eyes on whoever's going to hurt you.
So you go to this door. The door's locked.
The double doors?
Yeah. You go and they're like. He doesn't even say anything, but Odysseus kind of like brushes past everybody, and he just almost like there's a calling, something like he remembers a little bit, almost like instinctual, right? He just kind of. And as he touches the doors, it kind of like lights up. Almost kind of like remembering like his presence, like touch activated. And the doors go. And they flash the sigil of Xanathar. And then recede. And the doors go. And I'll show you what you see.
Great.
Are they
Yeah.
stone?
Yeah.
Maybe stone doors.
So stone.
Can y'all zoom in?
Actually,
Yeah.
Here.
I want to take. Hey, can I have one of these?
The hummus cup?
Yeah.
Hummus.
Hummus.
Can y'all zoom in?
Yeah.
We're so tiny.
I've got a rock.
It's not a boulder.
It's a rock. It's a rock.
It's a rock!
The rock.
Look, even on this little tiny, he's so handsome.
So handsome.
Love the elf ladies.
And there's three. There's,
You know he's like in his 60s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's all there. There are three. There are three different. Oh, but as you guys are walking through like this miasma and stuff, you guys don't see it anymore.
Oh, great.
From the mythal being deactivated.
Great.
So it was being empowered by the mythal.
That's so helpful because
So
that
the miasma's
fucked us up.
gone?
Yeah, miasma's gone. I don't have a way to remove that from the map, but it's gone.
Great.
Like that. Should I get Spike back here? Were we worried about the miasma was back? I thought we were worried about stealth.
That and
Because I figured it's psychic damage. He doesn't take psychic damage, does he? Because he's an object?
hold.
You have to check a stat block. While you're
I've got
checking,
his stuff right here.
use the restroom. You beat such a
No, charm, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, poison.
Oh, maybe it wasn't.
He's
miasma.
only immune to poison. Yes, he would have taken too much damage.
Yeah.
Bring him back in, unless he's going to be too loud, because who knows who's
I'm not.
here.
Well, we should probably be with him if he comes through. Otherwise, they're just going to see a random thing coming through, and we'll probably
Oi.
try and stop him.
We're rolling 7 deep, you guys.
Plus, you can still transfer your shit.
There's
For what?
7 of us.
Big party.
It's a great big party. I have a feeling this session's gonna be mostly roleplay, which is fine.
Well,
We
we
haven't-
just combated for like 3
Yeah,
seconds.
we haven't had a roll. We have no idea what's going on. The story's not moving.
Unless we find something.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed. Last session I didn't write down any lore or anything, so I'm like, what even happened?
No,
It's such a big drop.
yeah, nothing happened. It was just the drop at the end. Yeah, it was a drop, but
I mean, it was pretty intense.
it was just a battle
the
though.
Interrogation.
Like, the interrogation.
I
yeah,
didn't take any notes about the interrogation. I think
Oh,
I was in
okay.
it. I was
Okay.
too in.
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah. But
was
we can
really
go back
great.
and listen to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like the last half hour or something.
Yeah, we did spend like 3 sessions in a battle. That's wild. It was like the Zuriel fight was the only other fight that was that big. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That anti-magic was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just been shooting the shit.
Great. So as Odysseus, he kind of just seems to be like walking, and it's almost like he has like an internal compass, right? It's like you're watching a man trying to remember things that are barely there, right? He's like, and he goes and he pushes this door open.
And it hits something. A vampire's casket. Damn!
And he goes, No, not here. Not here.
What's in there?
And then, oh, you want to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we look
Some
inside.
We're
There's
also
a tapestry
Yeah.
on the
We're-
wall.
We're all behind him, like.
But we're turning around.
What do
with
you
our eyes
mean,
over
no?
our- Hands over our eyes.
What's in there? Ups.
A fruitcake.
What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself.
You can't!
no,
There must be another way!
So, you see a large tapestry that depicts the city of Waterdeep that hangs on the east wall.
Don't like that.
You see a charred human skull that rests atop a 3-foot-high stone pedestal in front of the tapestry. And then that's it. That's all that's in this room. Is there anything you want to do? It's another door.
Doors. Do you want to go through them
But
last?
Odysseus is like bailing.
Yeah, Odysseus is like,
There's, what he's looking for is not in there.
but you can feel free to stop him if you want.
I'll kind of just follow Odysseus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he goes,
We'll come back and explore those. I'm curious about it.
He's our get out of jail free card right
he
now.
kind of goes up here and he goes to the west. And he's like, here? Somewhere. And he pushes forward. And,
Through the doors.
Oh, that looks promising.
Yeah.
Or not promising.
And
Darkness.
there's more doors down the double door.
and he like
Oh.
walks,
Door.
and he like walks in here. And he's like, these. No. These, no. He's like, maybe over here. And he goes down here, and you guys are kind of following, and you see, like, each of these, like, 4 support beam pillars that are, like, launching up, and each of them, these support beam pillars are, like, hammer and modeled after, like, these just, like, grotesque sort of images of people who are just beholder-fied. And you see, like, one of them, like, their eye sockets are like this. Another one is, like, you know, Xanathar, like one of his eyes touching the forehead of, like, another person. Just,
Whoa.
who is the marble artist?
Oh,
Sculptor?
Michelangelo's David.
Michelangelo,
Yeah.
yeah. It looks like those works, but they're kind of, like, sculpted as if they were support pillars to this room.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of, like, decorative flavor. And he's like, yeah. Is it? No, yeah. Xanathar was trying to turn people into him, but under his control. That's right. He, like, took inspiration from these things called illithids.
Fuck.
He wanted, like, his own version of it. That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast message on Telemachus. At this time, whenever I heard it.
At this time.
At this time.
And I'm gonna say, does Odysseus know that you've got this going on inside your head?
I don't think I ever told him, no.
You think he knows about Boudica?
I think he knows about Boudica.
Does she have one too?
We saw it. We saw it when we were
I
on
couldn't
Skype.
remember. Okay.
Yeah, because remember, we all scried her when Telemachus wasn't there and saw, like, bad
Oh,
shit
yeah.
going down, and then we were like, maybe we just don't tell him.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about that
That's hilarious.
Because then we just cried just because, then we were like, oh,
Maybe we just keep this one to ourselves.
maybe not now.
Oh my god.
too. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask. That's the end of this.
But as you guys are even, like, messaging, he's just like, then maybe in here. And he pushes these doors open, and every time he puts a hand on something in here, it's those lights, kind of, it's those same lights and sigils of. And then it reveals this room.
Reveal.
Oh!
And he
Whoa!
The
Don't
dragon's
touch
forward.
anything yet.
I
And he
jump
goes,
in it.
We killed the dragon.
No, not here.
Oi! I'm
And
gonna.
then he starts to walk away from it.
I'm
Ask
gonna.
him about it?
I'm gonna run in.
Don't touch it.
Let me know if you find a gem
The last
worth
time you
2,000
touched
gold.
I'll
This is
describe
me,
it.
Dad's gold. I'm gonna just start piling stuff in.
I'll describe it for you.
He's gonna front out you're a thief, dude.
No, he's
So,
right there.
The walls climb 15 feet vertically before angling inward, almost like a triangle or like a prism. The room's contents are as followed. There is a hoard in the middle of the room, obviously. And there are 3 statues in shallow alcoves that each depict a monstrously warped humanoid, very similar to the beams out in the previous room as well. But these ones are more far gone. These ones are like they look like completed vessels, right? You see like these humanoids kind of like they're almost you know how like those like amiibos where they're like in a hi-ya, but they're like flying, but they're like held up by that like see-through sort of plastic.
Yeah.
They're all like hovering, but they're held. They have like a stone in their back that's like keeping them held up. But they're all like hovering stone, and all of them have like multiple eyes that are like coming out of their like multiple stalks that are coming out of their forehead, and it's all the same. All 3 of them look identical, and they all just kind of have the same pose like this as they're being like lifted upward, chest arched out forward, as their eye stalks are all curled around, almost like resembling some sort of crown. Lights forward of their body. Yes.
When you say the same, does it look like it's all the same individual? Or
Yes.
Just, okay.
It doesn't look like any one person you would know. It just looks like something that would be a perfected entity. Yes.
Do they look in a way that Prita looks?
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
But more refined, more practiced, more
Gross.
perfected.
Perfected.
But
I hate
Arturia
that.
did that to Prita.
They might all be working together.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how to do this because now we already know that Xanathar and Halaster are working together.
Yeah.
Crimson,
like for sure, it reminds you of like how you would practice with swords, and when you slay dragon, like practice your dragon slaying techniques back on the farm. It reminds you of like after you would use a sword so often, it would become dull and unable to cut, and then sometimes you'd grab a sword and it would already be dull because this one was made poorly. It's not well balanced. And you're like, oh, I don't want that sword. I want one that's more well balanced. And then that sort of connection kind of like makes it to you where it's like, oh, Prita is an unbalanced sword. She wasn't made well. These were.
Ew, and that makes sense because she's on level 3, isn't she?
Yeah.
She was the playtest.
Who knows where Arturia is?
We know that she's in Halaster's.
And how do we kill her right now?
What if?
No, go ahead, go on.
She's torturing my mom. Say it. Like, let's do it. Let's take
What
it
if, in some sick, weird way, she's trying to just watch what we're all doing so she can observe you, and she is actually Prita, and Prita never existed?
I mean, that makes sense. We've never insight checked Prita, have we? Gotta kill
well,
her then.
except for Prita had a house,
We gotta fucking kill her then.
and so did Arturia.
If you want, I can
We gotta kill her.
Sebastopol still existed at one point.
I can thoroughly grasp hold of her mind and understand who she is truthfully at the core of herself.
Prita?
Yeah.
Like in a nice way?
In a way that I can do without causing pain to her.
In a nice way?
Well, if you want to...
We could just kill her.
If you want to know if she's real...
In a nice way?
Yes.
On our way back up, we can stop by for a visit. We can really suss her out.
I mean, I trust Prita and everything, but...
Are you rifling through the horde?
Once I see those statues, I'm gonna stop and be like, Dad, we're taking this gold.
What?
Are those bad? Are those bad? Are they gonna come alive?
No, I think.
Do you want to check?
And he's starting to like remember little by little, and he's like, no, Xanathar spoke about how he's like, no, it's coming, it's coming, yeah.
Faster,
It's coming
faster.
too.
Find
And
it.
he's like, these are kind of the vision of what Xanathar wanted. This is like kind of like the perfect soldier. This is the thing that he wanted, and he's working with Halaster, and he's working with his apprentices as well to get here. Yeah.
So, is anything going to happen if we touch this gold? Because this could help us.
No, I think this was. No, this was the dragon's. This was the dragon's gold. I think.
Great.
I think this is okay. And as soon as he goes, I think this is. Oh, and then
I'm
immediately. Immediately.
It goes to all of us. You know that.
So this is. Luckily, none of the treasure is cursed or trapped in any way. It is 2,200 platinum.
Wow. Yeah, split that shit up.
24,800 gold.
24,000.
Yo, we're
800
buying
gold.
potions.
Okay.
And 14,000 silver.
14.
Great.
Are there any gems? Oh, okay.
So, just clarification.
Yeah.
2,200 platinum.
2,200 platinum.
24,800 gold.
Yeah.
14,000
Silver.
silver.
That is correct.
You ready for the splits?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta type it into the thing.
Hold on.
We should really have a. Tate should build it. This, like all of this,
Auto-split or
adds
whatever.
up, splits into how much.
It does that.
It does.
It does?
That's how I got it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's always.
It's
done.
always done that, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, Tate's on it.
Tate's on it.
Dude, when it comes to numbers and
When it comes
making
to
sure they match,
spreadsheets?
she's like the master. fuck around with, we don't fuck around with Excel sheets here. Are you ready for the gems?
Wait, are we all manually inputting these things right now?
No, go ahead. I would say tell us about the gems, and we'll put this in.
Here, I
when we
will.
get to
I
it.
will just copy and paste into the Discord as well.
I also have it up and can easily type it in.
General.
Oh, that would be easier than trying to do
Yeah.
it on my phone, if that's
Sure.
okay. I would appreciate
yeah,
that.
would be much easier.
Thanks, Taryn.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
I just
yeah,
posted it in the
sorry.
Discord too.
It's okay.
So I'm just gonna read it now. So all that money, 3 gemstones amid the coins, 1 topaz worth 500, a star ruby worth 1,000, and a jacinth worth 5,000 gold.
What?
Wow.
I don't know what a jacinth.
Those are a bunch of
Can you
jacinth-
spell it
stones.
again, please?
JACINTH.
Worth how much?
5,000.
Wow.
It's a reddish orange gem, variety of zircon.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, looks like this.
Oh wow,
that's
that's
pretty.
really
Kind
pretty.
of looks like a darker ruby, or a
Ooh.
more,
It's really pretty.
fiery ruby.
I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Ooh.
5,000.
Yeah. I mean, would you mind if I held on to that for?
Yes, we would
Uh,
mind. You can't fucking touch it.
There are certain spells that I cast that require gemstones, and my current inventory is not currently valuable enough.
Would that be valuable enough for you to cast your thing?
Yes. It
Then
would.
fine, give it to him. I don't give 2 fucks.
You can have some extra gold if you want.
I don't want the gold. I want if there's any stuff.
One gives the less valuable ones that you can't really use anyway.
Wait, what am I gonna do with
True.
it?
I'll
I
trade
have.
you this $1,000 topaz for that 5,000.
Actually, I could probably.
Well, it's
I could
really
probably-
worth 500 now.
I could
but-
probably pretend to sell them for higher. Let's do it.
All right, I'll give
I'm gonna take-
Telemachus
yeah.
the 1,000 that's now 500 ruby.
Great. I'm gonna take it to the black market.
Still adding in
And make some
those
fucking
things.
money. Or trade it for something big.
Like what?
Not sure. There's a lot of weird shit at those markets.
Oh, you, eh?
Telly, you
Oh, I'm
got
not
a lot
done.
of money.
Fuck yeah.
Never mind, we still can.
I wonder
Yes,
what
I know.
Telly's gonna immediately spend all this money on.
Well, poisons do us no good now, so I gotta find something.
And then there's 2 more things.
Great.
These ones are a little weird, but there's a
Actually, I
child's
do
rocking
need,
horse.
I still need it. Sorry.
Oh, it's alright. Let's give it back.
Wait. Child's
Rocking horse.
Child's rocking
Nope.
horse.
That is half scorched by lightning. And then there is a gold music box worth 750 gold tucked in a small compartment under a hinged leather
Gold
satchel.
music box worth how much?
750 gold.
I feel like somebody asked about that.
And then the last thing that you see is a tiny incandescent gem.
Gem.
And I would like everybody to make an Arcana check
That's
for
gotta be
me.
an iron stone.
Does his
Sounds just
thing
like
is his
mine.
thing still up? His skill empowerment?
-3.
How long does skill empowerment last?
That's an iron stone.
I love
Or
it.
If I've ever
Wait,
seen
I
one.
love it. I love it.
An hour? Has it been an hour?
No.
Okay. So I still have expertise in Arcana?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, let's see if I have Arcana anything.
Expertise is double proficiency?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright.
28.
24.
Okay, give me 1 second.
No need. I already figured it out. It's an iron stone, alright. Just look at it.
He's tiny.
Yep, it's pretty tiny. It's mine.
It might not be yours.
Okay, I haven't finished writing it anymore.
So I wanted to show you what it looked like, but I don't want to spoil what it is. I don't know how to do that.
It's alright.
Oh, here we go.
can
No,
touch.
no.
We're gonna find out right now.
I got it. I freaking got it. Screenshot. Just to show you guys. what it
Okay,
looks like.
everyone's got their money.
Thank you, Tamara.
I want to see how much money I have.
You have almost 17,000 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Good thing you steal everything.
Seriously.
'Cause how else would you afford it?
It's for the sport.
It is quite literally for sport because he doesn't spend any money.
Yeah.
It sounds like your dad would be really proud.
Yeah.
Let's go over here. That's not the one. Over here. And here. And it's importing. Because it looks like a gold bar, but it's like turquoise. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's really cool.
Pretty.
Whoa. It almost looks like wood.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like.
That's
Okay.
the tiny gem? Tiny incandescent gem?
That is the tiny incandescent gem. Yes. And what were your Arcana checks?
24, 28 for him.
16.
Yeah.
-3.
It's an Ioun. It's an Ioun stone.
Of what?
I've got it. But you know.
guys are never gonna believe this.
But it kind of looks similar to the hue of the blue dragon, and you kind of put it in. Dragons are known for their what?
Lightning breath.
Their
Constitution.
strength.
Okay.
So it's an Ioun stone. of strength.
Lightning breath.
Straight, yes!
Yeah.
Friendship!
Demure.
Fucking. Gotcha.
Their cheery disposition.
It is an Ioun stone of strength. I was trying to do a cool thing where it matches the dragon and it's thematic to dragons being strong.
I'm sorry, I ruined it.
It's okay. It's okay.
We all ruined it. You're not alone in that.
As Zerial plunges into the river Styx,
Yeah.
she says,
Dude. Legendary.
I forgot about that.
Oh my
that was the best one.
Pretty close with Assie's.
Yeah.
Why did he do that again?
He's like, my master has something planned.
Because he just started to walk, he didn't know how to end the conversation. He's like, is it fucking that one was so great.
Oh man.
So those are the things that you have. So anyone who attunes to the Ioun stone will get +2 to strength up to a maximum of 30.
Ooh.
And you have a child's rocking horse that is half scorched by lightning, and a golden musical box that is worth 750.
Do you have a space open to spend time with this gem? If you don't, I think we should give it to Dad.
What are Alexa's attunements?
He's borrowing shit from us right now. But actually, I think I have something that would be better for him, and then I could take that. Unless I just use it.
No. I think it's fine. You should use it, but if you don't have space, it should go to him. But if you can use it, you're the most powerful for us right now. Sorry, Dad.
I can use it. He doesn't need the strength planet. If it was intelligence, it'd be all those reasons. I'm sorry.
No, it would be fucking mine.
You already have one.
Go ahead.
And then I break off the Shadowfell shard and pass it to Alexa.
What's this make?
I think you might like it. We'll spend some time with it, see if you can figure it He drops it.
Which
He's
one's
like the least athletic guy.
which one's the Shadowfell shard?
It's if I cast a spell that targets one person and I use meta magic on that spell, then I can like curse them with like a disadvantage on their multiplier.
Cool.
The
Okay.
problem is almost none of my spells target
Target
one
saving
person.
throw.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's the way you build your character.
Yeah.
That might be
So,
really good for us.
Yeah.
I usually can't use it.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Might
It's
be
basically
really-
like a free heightened spell.
It might be really
If
good for
anything,
him.
Yeah.
Not heightened spell, because it's the next saving throw they have disadvantage on an ability saving throw.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little better than
Because heightened
yeah.
spell just makes whatever spell you're casting a level higher, right?
No, heightened spell gives them disadvantage on the saving throw.
Of your spell.
Yes.
But this is for like
Anybody. It's the
monster
next thing they make. Yeah. You go. Where? Not make double shark.
Because I was using it a lot to piggyback for wisdom saving throws or charisma saving throws.
Yeah, well, Shadowfell Shark.
But I could pretty much only use it on a quick spell booming blade. That was like the only spell.
Right. It says, this dull, cold crystal sits heavy and laden, saturated by blah, blah, blah. When you use a meta magic option on a spell while you are holding and wearing the shard, you can momentarily curse one creature targeted by the spell. So the spell, it wouldn't even work with Bone Booming Blade. It has to target, the spell has to target someone. And then you choose one ability score. Until the end of your next turn, the creature has disadvantage on any ability checks and saving throws that use that ability. So, it's any saving throw for one round. That is for one ability. So he can go Wisdom, and then they would have
Disadvantage on this.
until the end of the next turn. Yeah.
Boy, well,
Yeah, but you just don't have any spells that can like
I don't
activate
really
it.
have
Yeah,
any
yeah,
for
yeah.
it. It's good for a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of
And he kind of like does the fiddling between the fingers, and he's like, it's dark, but in its own way, it's kind of beautiful. It's kind of cool. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you, Crimson. I feel sort of latent energy into this. I feel like he kind of like takes this fire, and the fire like hops, and then he goes into it, and he kind of like plays around with it a little bit, and you can see the flame kind of like almost like those like Mario flames, kind of like hopping around in the inside, and then he like pops it back up in the air, and the fire goes pops it back up into the other hand. He's flicking the fire between his fingers now, and he's like, I'll spend some time with it. But thank you. You guys have been busy. Wow.
Oh yeah, speaking of things we're not going to use, Moda, are you going to use that tattoo again? If you're not, it's fine. I'm going to give my Cloak of the Bat to Odysseus.
Okay.
Either you or you can have this.
You just go.
Spend some time with it.
Has he been walking around naked since Mordai took his robe?
He wasn't naked under the robe.
He's not naked under the robe.
Yeah.
It's not a bathrobe. I don't know how he lives his life.
He was fighting us in a bathroom.
It's not imagination.
That
It gets warm, okay?
That is
Like-
a flex, though. That would be such a flex to like
Yeah.
kill people just in your like rope. Like he's flying above us. And
Yeah.
we can see. All
he goes, now.
You weren't expecting this. Oh God.
With that, I will though go to Odysseus, holding out the needle for the tattoo, and be like, "This has served me. This has served me well. You may find use for this."
I have one.
And on a side note, I do have something small to confess. I have a tendency to be drawn towards very fine clothes, and your cloak caught my eye, and when we weren't sure if we were going to kill you or
What
just
cloak?
keep you...
He doesn't remember me.
There was a cloak you were wearing during the battle, and
I'm really not one for clothes.
You weren't naked battling us, Odysseus. Jesus Christ.
But I did take it from you.
I don't really. That's fine. I don't really wear cloaks. It's not really my thing.
Okay, well, would you mind if I...
No, not at all.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
really not my thing. I no.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to get this tailored.
Then, Da, if you're taking the tattoo, give the bat cloak to Boo.
Okay. Do you want this? No. Okay.
Spend some fucking time with it, god damn it.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
This will turn out well.
I'm gonna use my 20 or nothing
We also have the Boon of Avernus, which is a +10 to any charisma check.
Oh,
Everybody still has it.
I used mine already.
great.
You did?
Yeah.
He used his in hell. Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna use mine because
Okay.
fuck it.
Disadvantage.
I'll never need
The
this.
Boon of Avernus.
I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe if you were trying to talk to a genie to see if we could get another wish, you know.
I rolled 2 13s.
Oh,
okay.
So 11, 23, 21. Sorry.
21.
Whoa,
Okay. That's good.
Hey.
Nice.
And he just goes. Use it better than you, anyways. She takes it and she goes. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I was like, I would never use that.
And you just go, and then Odysseus is like,
Are you taking it?
"There's gotta be something else here." And then he turns away from all the gold and all the riches. And he
I'm
goes-
glad we made that pit stop.
Yeah, and he goes to the north and he's like, maybe in here. Noises.
Surely it's closed by
Surely.
Surely it must be good.
now.
I'm putting everything else just in the bag.
Great.
If you want.
Yeah.
And let me open up this guy really quick.
For flavor, I'm gonna take the rocking horse and I'm gonna make arrows out of it.
Oh, okay. Could have given it to the kids in the orphanage after we fixed it, but okay.
Well, then I won't. Then I won't take it. Then I'll put it
No,
back in the
it's
bag.
already in your inventory.
I'm gonna put it back in the bag.
No, too late. I'll make.
You're
it
gonna
myself.
stop. You're gonna stop me from putting it in the bag.
I'll make it myself.
So as he
Where
kind
should
of
I put this? In your.
Don't. I'll notice Taryn's face and I'll leave it.
yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of approaching, and you see like this like stone sort of throne, almost like at the very end that goes into this curved alcove at the very end. And the throne, there's a throne that sits, and then behind the throne there's like a little study, right?
Oh, cool.
And he goes, I think maybe there's something in here. And he continues to. If I start acting weird again, please just stop me.
Just let me check.
But I feel like there's something here.
I'm gonna do traps and secrets in the middle of that little alcove just to make sure there's nothing trapped for him. Okay. Great. All right.
Yeah, you gotta do all three things.
You
things.
safe.
No, it's good to build the suspense.
Yeah.
You safe.
Yeah, he's like, and he goes up, and he kind of like touches the throne. And he kind of puts his hand, just feels on it. He goes, this feels. Why does this feel familiar? And then he's like, and he's like hit with like a brain. Have you guys like watched Jimmy Neutron?
Yes.
He's like brain blast. He's like hit with like an intense form of memories, and he's like, and he comes back and he's like, oh, and he puts his hand back, and you can see he was kind of hit by something, and like you see like Alexei kind of instinctively he's like, and he goes, I'm okay. I think this is the area where I might have spent a lot of time. I sat here. I gave orders. I commanded. I think this is where I spent most of my time here. I was instructed to. I was in control of these people. I assume they were shadow dusks.
Aye.
They didn't. Some of them didn't really accept me, but most bent the knee. It was Xanathar who forced them all down. I led them. I pushed them farther down into madness. I helped grow this place into what it was. I helped fuel the mythal. I remember. And yet, He like kind of like stumbles to the side a little bit, and he sees kind of like the study behind. And he kind of like takes his hand. He does the same thing. And he puts his hand and rubs his hand like against the desk. And there are some drawers, and he kind of like puts his hands on some of the drawers, and he's like,
brain blast.
and he's like hit with another one. No, this is where it's all coming back to me. Yeah. This is where all the plans were made. Oh man.
I'm gonna go put my hand on him and just say, it wasn't you.
No, but I was bait to bring you all down here. I was a tool. Yeah. I was a rightful old puppet, wasn't I?
Makes sense.
I was the reason why you two were. He kind of looks towards Taryn and Telly. They used me to. But no, it wasn't about you two. You were just involved. And then he turns to Crimson. He goes, "It was about you."
Why?
It was always about you. You wouldn't come without these lot. And that's why they needed me. They needed me to get to them to get to you.
You've been down here my whole life.
That's why you're here too. And he points to Alexei, and he goes, "Yeah, I think I know." And both Alexei turns to, and he turns to you, and he's like, I don't think Alistair was lying. And you can see his voice is kind of like shaking a little bit because he doesn't know how. Because he saw how like intensely you reacted to it before, and so he's kind of like tentatively like talking to you about it. And he's like, and then Odysseus kind of takes over, and he's like, you're the, gosh, what's a word to use? You're the, kind of the reason for all this. You're not the reason for it, but you're kind of the key. And the conduit. And you've heard like Alexei say about this, but all this means nothing to you. Right? All of this means absolutely nothing to you. And he goes, you were a wish, Crimson.
The wish baby?
Like from a genie?
No.
From his parents?
No. From Eupeithes.
Oh, shit.
From Alistair.
Why?
I'm
he
getting
kinda,
there.
And he's like, I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe there's something else in here. And he like starts like touching around, like he opens some of the drawers, and then like the more like he interacts like with the study, the more he's like learning about the times where he's like he like brain blast left, brain blast right, brain blast, and sorry, and all of this stuff. And he's like learning like left and right, and this cutscene happens where he's like learning, he's touching one and another, and it's all coming back to him. And he's like recalling all of the information, all the things he overheard when he was evil, all of the things that they talked about, and they evil BBEG monologues about, as one does, while they were in his presence. And he's like, no, that's right, no, because Alistair wants to. There are these there are these things. So, like I said before, these crystal spheres, right? These spheres are the bridge between worlds. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. And he starts to kind of like, almost like someone who like starts to like talk like mad scientisty, and he's like, and I'm not talking about planes of existence. I'm talking about like bubbles of reality.
Where are these? I've never even heard of this.
They're outside. They're outside of space.
Like Ithaca, Dad.
Ithaca doesn't exist here. Ithaca exists in Ithaca space.
That's what you're talking about.
Ithaca space is its own crystal sphere. It's and it's right. And you used to be able to transfer between one and the other. But have you ever heard of this thing called Mistral's Ban?
Aye.
Yeah.
It was apparently Netherese magic that was able to cross between these crystal spheres, and this magic that was leaked to the Netherese from other crystal spheres. Mystra did away with it. Yeah, and Halster always spoke of trying to break those rules that Mystra set on this reality, on this realm. On realm space. That's what this crystal sphere is called. Realm space. Sorry. That's what this crystal sphere is called. And it's impossible to leave realm space and transfer to realm space.
Then how are you here if you're from Ithaca space?
I think I predate. I think I must predate the spell plague. No, and then he like brain blasts. No. That's not right. No.
Didn't that happen like 200 years ago?
Yeah, and he's like, no, it wasn't that. That's right. Pandora's box.
Yeah, maybe time looks different.
Pandora's box. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Pandora's box is... It's like Ithaca's form of wild magic. It's not the wild magic that you know in realm space, but it's probably the closest thing to wild magic that we would have in Ithaca space. It is untamed, pure energy that Pythes, Hallister, was trying to replicate here in realm space. That sort of wild, uncontrollable magic that can make the impossible happen. You've seen it. You have wild magic running through your blood. Haven't you ever felt times where you've casted magic that just seemed to sort of break the laws of casting? You felt that. You've lived it, right?
Yeah.
Pandora's box is similar. And Hallister was trying to find a similar magic to break that hold on this realm space. And he wished for a way to be able to do that. And this is something that's pretty cool that we can use to our advantage. Hallister can't cast Wish anymore.
Ooh.
His last wish, and you see his hand is shaking, was not for you, but for a way to break the rules in a way that would supersede the gods. And his hand is still shaking, and he's like, and wishes work in mysterious ways. In ways sometimes the user doesn't intend them to, when used in not the proper way. I remember him talking about this, and you're the way.
To go to another whole thing? What does that even mean?
You are the Wish incarnate. You have a wild magic that is more chaotic than anyone else. And he points to Alexei. He can't do it. All those other sorcerers couldn't do it either. He needs you. To complete it. You are that chaotic energy that can reach into the land of the gods and break the rules that govern this realm space. You're that wish, and Hallister wants it for himself.
So he's been bringing wild magic sorcerers down here to kill them, if they're not me. He's just been fishing.
Those were ways to not need you. He didn't want to believe that he needed you. He does. You are, I guess, a better way of saying it is you are this realm space's Pandora's box. You may have just been a late bloomer.
But I'm just a guy. I can't open up a whole different portal to a whole different world. That doesn't even make any sense.
Maybe not right now.
Do we even want that?
And Alexei is like, that is what I've been trying to tell you!
Well, you didn't tell it very well. You didn't explain this in any kind of way, Alexei.
And he's like, every time I brought it up, I just didn't want to make you upset. And every time I brought it up, it seemed to upset you. And I didn't know if there was a better way I could articulate it to say it in a way that I would. I just got your back, Crimson. I didn't want to make you mad. I wanted to. I guess that's selfish on me. I don't even know if I'm sorry for it, but I want us to have good times, you know. And seeing you get flustered like that, I don't know, intimidated me. Got me flustered. I just kind of like looks away, almost like a little ashamed. He's
I
like,
grab his little shoulder. He's like way scrawnier than me, though.
yeah. the stone beneath him just goes. He's like,
We'll have good times again. I'm not mad. I'm really confused. This really doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't really understand how the machinations of certain wishes work. I know that wishes can happen in ways that we don't foresee them to happen. But I didn't think it could be anything like this. And I mean, I don't know, it really felt like the wild magic just came out of nowhere. It didn't feel like it came from you. I really believed that it was just some sort of, accident, but the more I look back into it, there's no knot in the weave where we lived. Back home, on that farm. There's no tendrils of energy there. There's no corruption there. We grew our own damn food there. It was good food. Good farm food.
The best things.
And we traded and we consumed and that's how we lived our lives. And, if there was a knot in the weave there, there'd probably be some weird shit going on. There wasn't weird shit. We just fucking grew food, cooked meat, traded.
But if I'm a wish, why did I grow up there? It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know.
It's all just random? That doesn't...
I don't know. I think sometimes just... I don't know. Do you remember Hallister saying anything about that? And he's like, I remember him being bloody mad about it. He hates you.
I didn't do anything to him!
He renounces you. He I don't mean this as a pun, but he wishes you didn't exist. He's mad that he has to go through you. I mean, he's went through a bunch of other wild magic sorcerers, and the bodies have just counted, I think, I don't know, you have something, whether it just be innate or whether you have control of it, whether you know it or not. Your wild magic is different. It's more powerful. My wild magic triggers, like, most of it is just random bullshit. But he looks at you up and down. He's like, but I feel like a different sort of chaos within you right now. Feels like it manifests in a different way. Do you feel the same?
I mean,
there's I don't mean to be as forward about this, Crimson, but there's a living, frayed, chaotic piece of a knot and a weave that harmonized, and I don't want to say it chose you, but you certainly didn't choose me. It didn't choose all the other sorcerers. We couldn't connect with anything like that. I mean, I don't remember trying, but...
Exactly, you don't know. So maybe it's not me, maybe Hauser just thinks that it's me.
Yeah, you might be right.
I had a completely normal life until a year ago.
I mean, and I don't... Yeah. I'm sorry, Crimson. Yeah.
I don't want you to be sorry, I want you to tell me the truth.
That's all I know, Crimson. And then Odysseus kind of comes in, and he's like, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, and he goes, yeah, he goes, boy, lad, young man, there are things that happen to a lot of people in a lot of different ways. In realm space here, in Ithaca space there. Pandora's box was able to bridge that gap, and I know he's looking for a way to take his revenge back in Ithaca. And then as he's touching you, he goes and he has another brain blast on you, and he's like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, I remember. And then he now remembers everything from all of his experiences, from being with Hallister, from being with Xanathar, from being with everyone. And he's like, Pandora's box is how he got here. And I think it's how he dragged me here too. But I think that comes later. He's like, he came here to get more powerful. In Ithaca space, magic are boons from gods. And the gods probably wield a great deal of magic where I'm from. But you don't see mortals just creating and being magical. People don't fly where I come from. People don't cast spells where I come from. Curses, yes. But not like this. Eupythes was a warrior back in Ithaca. Not this sort of deranged magic user. He came here to get more powerful, to go back and take his revenge on me. Yeah. But he couldn't go back. He didn't have that power. And so then he wished for it. And,
He needed to go back to get revenge on you? But you're here.
I know. Pandora's box. And he wants my throne. He wants everything that I held dear. And his eyes kind of like glaze over a little bit, and he kind of like stumbles just a little bit as he's kind of like processing like everything, and he's like, it's getting clearer. That's all I can remember for now. I'm sorry.
I just don't understand. I thought I was meant to be a farmer.
And then Alexei chimes in. He's like, "You are Crimson. You are. You are whoever you choose to be. Hey, you were the one who told me, right? We're not gonna... Fuck fate. Fuck what people say about whatever happened. We're gonna decide how it ends." That's what you said to me, right, Crimson?
Yeah.
Fuck somebody's wish. Doesn't mean anything. What means everything is that you're Crimson. Right? And, you know, and we're gonna fucking take this fucker down. Right? And you can see him kind of like,
He is a rock.
yeah, and he kind of like steals himself.
Look at my hand.
And he goes, "So whether it's all a big fat lie, or whether it is true, who fucking cares? Right?
Right.
Right!" And he kind of like, ah!
That's a good one.
Because no matter what, right? You have some shit to learn, right? You have some backs to stab.
Always.
We gotta fucking kill Arturia.
We do.
We've got people we care about to save. We've got people to, I don't know, man.
Yeah!
Now you're getting it, mate.
You know?
Let's go up to the top.
We will take Alistair down.
Yeah. You know what I know that he didn't wish for?
Friends.
To be successful. And we're the people who are gonna make fucking sure of that. Right?
Yeah. The zombie's just like, oh.
Now you understand
Yeah.
why he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah. And you can see like Alexei's scared. But he cares more about you than he does about being scared.
Oh.
Dude's scared.
And he's like, so fuck it, right?
We didn't ask for this,
No.
but we can choose what happens next.
Yeah. I like that.
I kind of love that. Good speech.
Take the inspiring leader for you or something?
Yeah. No, I just... Crimson's been there for me, you know, my entire life, and it's just weird to be the one, you know, on the other foot. I mean, I know we always pretended and, you know, but...
Who'd have thought I'd be the weird one, eh?
Yeah. You know, I just... Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I do not understand.
Maybe you don't have to right now.
Hallister wished for power, and he got you.
He doesn't have me at all.
But the magic to beat the gods is in the world because he wished it in the world.
And he needs you in order to complete that.
Mm-hmm.
Only he's not going to get you, he's going to get us.
I think... And Alexei goes... He kind of has like a slight smile. Do you think he scared you?
He doesn't seem scared of me.
What if it's all a facade? Like you're this holder of something that comes from somewhere else, or something like it, right? I don't know how wishes work. I can't cast it. And he's like,
Don't ask me.
and he's like, you have something that Hallister doesn't. You can do things that Hallister can't. Maybe we can use that to our advantage.
Be careful what you wish for.
Right, isn't that the same? It'd be quite the monkey's paw for his wish to be his undoing.
Exactly.
Well, he wished for the power. He didn't wish for me.
Right.
I'm the, like, negative end of the...
But that power does exist now. And he goes and he points to her. He like points you in the chest, like to your heart. And he's like, right here. And he's like, and then Alexei goes. He smiles like cheese and smiles. And he's like, no, I'm not talking about the wild magic. I'm talking about what comes from within, the heart, soul. That's what makes you strong. That's what always has. Get knocked back down in the dirt. What do I look up and see? Fucking your dumbass smile with your hand out, stretched out, helping me back up. You're always the first one up. Always the first to help someone else up, too. You know? That's who you are. Wish be damned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's something about it even in the book. Or you said you're, I don't mean to assume, but I remember your friends calling you a warlock.
Indeed.
Are you in your patron, like... Or
Easy.
I know not all warlocks like their patron, so...
Interesting. I don't understand why you wouldn't like the person who bestows such generous gifts upon you.
Sometimes it can be, like, you know, it can be like a double entendre. Like, you can be asking for power, and then they give you power, and it ends up monkey's paw. It's exactly like this wish, right?
Mm.
If it's like a monkey's paw sort of thing. Have you ever had like any repercussions to this power?
I've never had any regrets.
That's an interesting way to phrase that, but I'll take it. And then and he goes, maybe you can ask. Gods are generally pretty powerful beings, right? So maybe can you talk to him?
To what end? What is it you wish to know?
Is there anything you want to know? Or would you rather not know? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shut up, I didn't say anything. It doesn't fucking matter.
Let me think this all over. There's a lot going on, and if we're gonna talk to Asmodeus,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever said that word before. If we're gonna talk to that guy,
Mm.
I'd rather have the question straight. But this seems like something maybe Candlekeep would know something about.
It's
I don't know. This sounds pretty niche.
Is there, well, it's Mistra's ban that we're trying to break, right?
The Hallister is trying to break.
The Hallister's trying to break, right? I didn't say that.
We know that we know the
Is there-
chosen.
Yeah. Is there anybody that we know that's like tied?
We know
to Mistra?
the chosen of Mistra.
We do.
You do.
He's in Waterdeep.
I wonder if he might know anything about this.
Would you
Alright,
Mistra knows of what Hallister is attempting to do?
I don't know.
Imagine.
I know gods to be generally full of hubris.
I'm sure that she would know if someone was trying to break out of a band she created. I'm sure she has some sort of knowledge of that.
Maybe we can talk to this chosen and figure that out.
Aye.
Asking the table, did Mr. come to us in like a clay wall? with
No.
Rowan?
Josiah.
Josiah.
Man, we haven't talked to her in a...
You haven't?
Dad, do you know?
Well, she usually talk to us.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you know where there's a tiny purple gem in this place?
It looks kind of like this minor illusion.
Or any tiny purple gems?
I do. Yes.
Bring last. Hup, 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 hup.
Yeah. And then he goes back to the room with the skull in it,
Yeah.
and then he just lifts open the jaw, and there's a very pretty blue gem
Great.
inside the
Purple?
skull. Purple gem. Purple gem. Yeah, what'd I say?
Blue.
Blue. I said pretty, and for some reason, blue's my favorite color.
It is a pretty color.
A pretty,
Insight check.
a pretty purple gem. And he goes,
Great.
this one? And
Aye.
then all of a sudden it gets like...
Magnetized.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
Did we happen to find where the archway is? Did we
I
find
know where
what
an
I
archway
mentioned?
is.
Take us to it.
Okay.
We got all
Please?
of the. We took all the
Father,
treasure,
Should we
right?
hold hands?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Is there more?
This skull.
soda?
Yeah.
Sparkling water? Can I have one?
I actually know the answer to that question. I just don't know off the top of my head.
Sorry. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Sure, I know we're almost done. I just wanted
The
this
skull
over.
is like
Yeah.
watching the map.
The
It's not
charred
just sparkling
skull
water.
is all that
I love it.
remains
I love it.
of one of the shadow desks. Her name was Desmere, that you fought, but you didn't know her name because death.
I did not ask it.
Yeah, but her mother. So, Odysseus is telling this all to you because he remembers everything now, and he's like Odysseus, not Odysseus, but Desmere's mother, Yarlithra, Shadow Dusk, perished in the Shadow Dusks used to be a noble house in Waterdeep, but their house got burned to the ground, and they kind of got wronged by like the political system in Waterdeep, and they never got they like lost all of their nobility and all of their like power. So then they like moved back into the Underdark and like vowed revenge on Waterdeep. So you look at this like tapestry of Waterdeep, and you see all these like bas reliefs of like these nobles from Waterdeep. It's because the Shadow Dusks fucking hate Waterdeep. And so Yarlithra, who perished in that place, this is her skull, and they keep her skull as like a reminder of, or they kept of their hatred for Waterdeep.
I'm gonna burn the tapestry just so that it's gone.
Good.
Alright, to the archway?
Yeah. It's over there. I remember now. I remember everything.
Do you remember the last 20 years?
Seriously.
Have you met Frida? Now that you remember? She looks kind of like one of these.
What the fuck is this?
He has. This is Brandon talking, but he doesn't chill. But he doesn't. He's seen so many failures and so many discarded that he needs to roll an intelligence check to see if he can remember that name being uttered. So he's gonna do that.
Can I inspire?
Yes.
I describe what her voice sounds like, where she's living now, anything that she's described to us. I'm saying if you could remember, it would be really helpful. There's this, and this, and this.
25.
Nice.
He's smirking. And he goes, looking through catalogs and stuff. Frida. Name rings a bell. I think she was. Yeah. Called her a failure. A bad first draft. Yeah. Why? Do you know this, Frida?
I do.
So she's not Arcturi then. Alright.
I could still control her. Take
I
over her mind.
If you want.
Just for. Just
it's fine.
Oh.
If you could read it, detect thoughts, please.
Is there a way to reverse?
He's thinking, and he's like, I think there is. But it needs very powerful magic.
great.
You rang.
Something, I remember hearing two things. Wish, and a spell called True Resurrection. Does that help? And Alexei's like, it's kind of beyond what I can do. And he kind of boink, 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 boink. And you see 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he tries to form a 7th one, and then it crumbles.
Cute.
And he's like, that's about the most I can do.
I like that visual.
Yeah.
Crimson, did you ever talk to Kofa about Prita?
Kofa's met Prita.
I wonder if he might be able to do something about her condition.
Perhaps.
I mean, if it's powerful restoration magic that's required, he's the most powerful cleric I know.
Yeah. I was thinking rowing might also.
Oh, shucks.
Rowing might also be somebody we can ask.
Who's wrong?
Fucking
somebody
asshole.
along the way.
Was he the druid on?
Yes,
Yeah.
on
the
level
sec-
13.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
He's a nice
The
guy.
Mad Max level.
Yeah.
You stabbed his hand, didn't you?
Yes.
He's a fucking piece
Natural
of
one,
shit.
baby.
Oh.
Oi, what is this?
He was a great healer.
Yes. It is a petrified beholder. Very good.
Ah.
Cool.
Greater Restoration.
You don't know that spell!
Remember when we said you were Pandora's box?
And chaos incarnate.
So this chamber is the. So I'm not gonna read that. You see an arch. A stone arch is embedded in the east wall between 2 arms of the chamber. The archstone's keystone is carved with the visage of Hallister, whose eyes follow any creature that approaches the arch. There is a petrified beholder that's sprawled to the north side of the room. And yeah, petrified. And it says, however, this archgate is different.
Oh.
So
Awesome. Love that for us.
It's super easy and works automatically without
Yeah.
any.
Nice.
No rooms?
and
Thanks, man.
as you inspect it, you get close to it, and the artifact vibrates in your pocket. The hexagon with all the purple gems on it.
Oh.
Except for the one purple gem.
And then
from
you
Maggoth.
see these like little nodes, these little notches, alcoves that line the gate from all the way across. And you see the gems goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And there's 22 slots. and then as
It's
it
like
goes,
an elevator.
it goes.
We need the 7th one or the 6th one.
And this chamber is the only means by which characters can enter level 23 of the Undermountain. And there's no riddle.
It's the final
we
boss
just
door.
need. Yeah, it's the final boss door.
There's no level. I mean, there's no riddle. There's no secret door.
Fuck.
This doesn't go.
It does just work automatically, though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But it does just work.
So we need to go up.
Well, can we
A
go
level.
through this to
I
get
don't think
to?
so.
No.
We
Okay.
need to go up a level to find a door that works.
That
We
is
need to
correct.
pick up Spike anyway.
Fucking hell, that was a long walk.
All right, let's go.
Well, maybe we can say hi to our other friends.
Yeah.
We just need to go up one flight, right? It's
Mhm.
it's in the last level that we did, which is I don't remember what Octorium.
It was the one with the lich that.
And just so I say this as a meta comment, the second you go through that gate is like where it's where like when you're playing a video game
It's boss level.
and you go through it's not
The music
sure
changes.
yes
The gate comes down behind you.
Yeah.
but it's like the little screen pops up and it goes there is no more saving beyond this point.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
ready to proceed?
Okay.
And when you go through this gate, certain things that you have or haven't done cannot be done anymore.
Okay.
It is like
Okay.
so just as a meta comment,
Great.
Thank you.
Mhm.
there is
That's very cool.
do what
of
you want to do before you go inside that gate. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Let's go upstairs then. Telly starts walking. While we're walking, unless someone else wants to say something, I'm just gonna
Alright.
tell him
Is it
about our.
Is Odysseus coming with us?
Yes.
Okay.
I assume. I'm just gonna be telling Odysseus about our travels and stuff that we've seen.
Cause we're walking back. I wanna walk next to Boudica.
Oh yeah, your half sisters too.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi. I don't know if I've ever actually spoken with you.
Hi, it's
I'm this feels so awkward. I'm Sharon.
I'm Yue Boudica. Yue is the name that my that the people who raised me gave me.
What do you wish to be called?
I like Yue.
You.
It's more known to me.
Nice to meet you. For real.
It's always fun learning you have different family, even if it is in weird ways. But I'm sorry you've had to put up with that one forever.
No, forever actually.
No?
2 years? I came down here
It's
looking
2 years
for...
too long if you ask me.
I came down here looking for questions about a father I thought was dead, and I ended up with 2 siblings and an alive father and an alive mother. I
How
think I
about
came
that?
out ahead.
How about that? I run into a lot of people with like dead parents, right? I'm happy that the parents that I raised are still doing good. Yeah, good old Daggerford, home sweet home.
I know this is weird as hell. But I've always thought you were pretty cool. I just wanted to say hi and introduce
Well, that's very sweet of you to say, Taryn.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sure
like-
you're plenty cool yourself.
I mean, I've been traveling with these 4 smelly guys for the last several years. It's nice to see another lady.
You know, like 3 moderately smelly and then 1 really, really unseemly stinky one. You know.
Can I
bathe
hear this with
regularly.
my
I don't know what you're
passive?
talking
You
about.
can't smell shit,
Can I hear this with my passive perception?
huh?
Can I hear this with my
I
passive
mean, I'm
perception?
not really hiding. It's just a one-on-one conversation, but I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be stealthy.
Yeah, I mean, with your, I would say you're overhearing it. Yeah, if you're actively eavesdropping.
I'm gonna be like, stop talking with Dad, and both of us are kind of gonna like.
Yeah, I mean, your passive perception is high enough to hear it. Yeah, we're not trying to hide it or anything. It's not like anything she's saying is unknown to you.
I know.
I mean, I just... thought you were cool, and I wanted to formally introduce myself since we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
How old are you?
No. Go.
24.
Go.
Like, how old were you when you dropped Boudica off?
I was, 25, so she would be 24.
Yeah.
They should be like the same age.
Yeah. That's why I made that face.
Go. Dad loved those elves, huh? Got those elf ladies.
Didn't waste no time. We'll say she's 25.
I won't say my age unless she asks.
She doesn't ask.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm going to look at Dad and I'm gonna be like,
And she just goes, it's just the way things are. It's just how we do things in Ithaca. It's just
at the same time, Dad.
not at the same time. I'm not having this discussion.
I mean, in our conversation,
Yeah.
we'll just kind of trail off. Just, hey, we're family, but I'm really kind of meeting you for the first time. It is awkward, but I want to try to have a semblance of a relationship with you because we are blood.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
essentially what the
I'm gonna
flavor
slow
is.
down and put my arms around both of them and be like, me too, sisters. Look at this. An happy family. And I know Boo doesn't like it, but I'm sure that Taryn's like, oh my god, this poor guy.
Boo does not like it.
I just have them both like, look at us.
Yes. Great. Yeah. And you see you see Spike and the other Shadow Dusks kind of waiting down here. And you see Melisara with a folk called Zalthar, who did not join the fight.
Yay!
Yeah.
She convinced him.
And so that was the.
Oh, good he didn't join the fight.
That was the one.
She saved his life.
That was the one I rolled on my D4.
Yeah.
For the
At
person.
least look at him. He looks very difficult.
Yeah, he looks like a samurai.
Whoa.
He was a
oh
Death
my
Knight.
gosh. Well, I like that sword.
Yep, glad you rolled that one.
And Odysseus would be like, I will be taking my leave. And they go, finally! And they're like, everyone else is dead. And they go, good. Serves them right for believing in something like you. And he just goes, I did not want it. And yet you did it.
Duh, let's just go.
Listen to the man.
Thank you for not fighting us and for letting us pass.
You can leave.
In deep speech, I'm going to say, you're welcome.
Yeah, and they just go, come on. We've got some rebuilding to do.
They're going to repopulate
And
the
now
whole
we
side of us.
have, we can kind of do it our way now. And he's like, look forward to that.
Yeah.
Incest?
They could be like the Targaryens.
They could be like distant cousins.
And they walk away. And as you guys are starting to like walk through the tunnel, as you guys are like starting to walk through the tunnel back up, right, the long trek, and you go, Odysseus goes, Buddha, Yue, go on up ahead. I'm sorry. Grab your brother. And she goes. And then he, like, they kind of share an exchange, and he just goes. And Boudica comes up to you and is like,
To me or to
no,
Telemachus?
to Telemachus. sorry.
Where's, like,
Yeah. She goes,
Telly and Mortar are walking like right next to each other, like almost holding hands.
Dal wants word.
What now?
Didn't say. Just wants it to be alone.
I'm going to just kind of let myself drift back because I assume they're like talking. I'm just
Yeah.
going to drift backwards.
And you see Telly drift back, and you see like Odysseus kind of like looks at you, and like He looks at you, looking at Telly walking back while you guys are continually walking forward. Does that make sense? Great. And Odysseus just goes, kind of like nonverbal communication, where it's just like it'll just be a second, just something he wants to. And then he, to you see like a little piece of paper, and he just goes.
I cast message. Good luck.
Thanks.
You alright, Dad?
Guess I really can't call you a boy anymore.
You don't know me as anything else.
No, but I think I have to start to, don't I? You've almost got as many wrinkles as me.
I'm an old ass man, Dad. But you look fucking worse.
I do. But been trying to find a way to say sorry for not being strong enough to protect our family. Wanting to apologize for succumbing to an evil that would harm you and our family and those you care about. And it's something I'm not sure I can ever forgive myself as a father. Even if it is my fault or not. It's my fault that I was affected. I wasn't strong enough. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't able to think of a way out. And he kind of like pulls out a crumpled piece of paper and kind of just holds it. He's like, I'm trying to find out how to put it into words. And I've kind of scratched out some parts because part of me wanted to leave you again and just rot away on some island, and that would be my atonement. But I don't think I can do that. Your friend Crimson, his words got to me. He was right. And if I live with this shame, I can choose how to live with it. And I just... And you can see, like, he gives you the letter, and he's like, this is just my feelings and my thoughts. And he reaches from his back, and you hear like an unsheathing of a weapon. And you see this obsidian gold encrusted dagger. I don't know what it was, but I remember working on this throughout my time being evil. I made this. I remembered it back at the throne. And I couldn't really piece together why it was on my person, or why it reflected the trials that I had in Ithaca. But somewhere deeper than mind control could reach, you were still there for me, my boy, my firstborn. And he like turns the dagger to you, and he's like, I think my inner conscience knew this day would come eventually. And I think I made this for you. No. I know I did.
I take it. slowly.
And you see it is beautiful olive wood on the handle, sleek obsidian, and in gold and silver you see all the adventures. You see the Hydra, you see the whirlpool, you see the sirens screaming across the encrusted blade and everything. And he's like, that dagger's special. It didn't come from here. It's a dagger I grew up with as a boy.
In Ithaca.
It was just an obsidian dagger, but modified with the magics of this realm. But you got a little bit of home in that. And then he leans down to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he just goes, and if we ever go back, it won't be me sitting at the throne. And then he pushes past you and leaves you behind and just starts walking to regroup with the others. What do you do?
I'm gonna run up and hug him from behind like a little kid. And I won't say anything. I'll just like pat, like do the man pat, you know, like.
Yeah. You give him you kind of do like from the back, and you just.
Yeah.
He just goes. I hope in the fight to come. And then he says this out loud as he's like kind of caught up. You guys kind of like turn back, and he's like, I hope in the fight to come I can be strong enough this time. For my family. And for everybody else. You all might not be blood, but you travel with blood. You're the closest thing that family can probably be to my son and my daughter. And I thank you for keeping them safe. And he puts out a hand to you, and he goes, and thank you for...
They're both so strong.
Thank you for reminding me of the man I'm supposed to be. I'm sorry, boy. But I'll spend the rest of my life working to make up for it. And he looks at you and gives you a similar nod. And he just goes, let's go learn how to take down a fucking bastard that doesn't even come from here.
Yeah!
And that's where we'll end it.
Yeah! That was badass.
So that is your artifact.
Yes. I already rolled. Do you guys want to know what I rolled?
What is the artifact again?
It is this.
It's called Voyager's Edge.
Sexy
that
dagger.
that was the dagger that
Yes.
Odysseus had in...
You can pass it around.
Yes.
You can pass it around so they can see the picture.
Ooh.
We already rolled my things. I will tell you guys because I think they're badass.
It's a fucking essay. Sorry.
It's really cool.
But like, it's gonna be easy to remember, even if it is an essay.
Yeah.
Half of it is like just flavor text.
It's really cool.
I get 1 minor beneficial, 1 major beneficial, and 1 minor detrimental. So 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
My things are, while attuned, you cannot be charmed or frightened.
Nice.
You cannot be blinded, deafened, petrified, or stunned. And my minor detriment is that you can't smell.
Hey! Not smell bros. Yeah, and then so we'll say by the time you get to the end, back up. If anybody wants to attune to new things, like you said, you wanted to attune to the Ioun Stone of Strength and blah blah blah. You can do that on like the 2-hour walk up the tunnel.
Seriously.
And I'll add
a dog.
I will add the
Named Argos, which is the dog in the Odyssey.
It only responds to Argos.
I see that.
But I'll add that to your inventory right now.
Cool.
That would put your strength up to, I think, because you already have 20, right? Yeah, so it would put up to 22.
Yeah, I tried to add the Ioun Stone, but it only had the ones that go up to 20.
Okay, no, this one's special.
Right.
This one goes up. This one goes up to 24. So there's different rarities of Ioun Stones.
That's where I
And the lower registers. I'll do it for you.
through it again.
I will do it for you. So don't worry about it. and then you're already attuned to the Book of Wild Darkness, and then
Big session.
big session.
Big session.
Yeah, and that's where we'll end it, and then we'll start next session. Kind of, if there's anything you wanted to talk on the way up, or we can just start next session right at the front of a gate going back to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you guys.
And then as much time as you need to decide what you want.
Oh, I'll be ready by the time. We've got a month. at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
we have the next day?
No, I don't.
We
I don't
don't.
think, Sarah, do fill out the poll now.
thank you. Yes, I was
because
waiting.
Tamara is staying, so fill out that poll. And so once she does that, we'll get a date in July,
Okay.
and we'll go from there, guys.
Cool.
So a little bit of resolution, a little bit of progression,
Yeah.
a little bit
We needed that.
a little bit of lore drops, still a lot of confusion, which is intentional. So lots more to learn, and I'm excited for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Level 20, dude.
Hell yeah, level 20.
Congratulations. All right, so we'll end it there, and we'll theme song it out.
Wait, I have to use
Wow.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
Long ago, in a land filled with magic, where heroes were abundant and danger was ever present, 4 adventurers met on a quest. Unlikely though the friendship might have been, they quickly found that together they were unstoppable. Realizing this, they formed an alliance, the likes of which the world has never known. This is their story. The brave Ranger Crimson and his unpredictable wild magic. The stealthy and deadly rogue Telemachus. The caring and talented bard Taran. And the cunning and silver-tongued warlock Mordai. And now as the party ventures forth, never knowing what awaits, legend will hold the tales of the Valor Collective.